Oh shit, I didn't put my light on. Alright. Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Hang on, I want to turn my webcam brightness down a little bit. That'll do. Alright. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Season 1 of the CHECO career in CADILLAC, of course. Yesterday was a bit of a disaster in terms of mood. For some reason yesterday, I was stinking up the gaff. I was driving pretty poorly. I was racing bad. I kept crashing. And we still managed to come away with 2 top 6s. So, it's actually very good still. Of course, yesterday as well, it saw our title challenge wither away. It was never really on, let's be honest, but now it's like officially it's done. We are nearly 100 points behind Lando Norris. Today, though, we have Brazil and Las Vegas. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to be quick. I don't know if I'm going to be slow. I don't know what kind of result is, good. I don't know if we're going to be fighting for top 5, top 3, top 10, top 15. We have no idea. I have no idea. So we're just going to go straight into it. We're going to be no funny business, no waffling around. We're going to get straight in. I think Brazil is a sprint weekend as well, so a little bit of extra racing for you lot today. And, well, today I've got a couple of objectives. The main one, though, is just don't be a bitch and just keep moaning about everything. Just drive the car. And whatever result I end up with, that's just what we get. That's just how it goes. So let's get into practice. And this could be quite fascinating because, I mean, to be fair, it was the same with Texas and Mexico. I have never driven at Brazil or Vegas on this year's game. It's not going to be any different, I assume, from last year, so by the time quali comes around, I should be, quick. But yeah, I have no idea what to expect today, so let's just go in and see what happens. Right, well, I'm already noticing something. Oh, never mind. I thought my game was bugged because I couldn't turn on overtake or my wheel was broken. But, no. It's because I'm doing fuel management. That makes sense. Can I not go a little bit faster at least? This should be flat. Yeah. I mean, the fact I can't even get ahead of Delta time is a little bit concerning. But I'm very far off it. So down the straights, I'm just losing a ridiculous amount of time. Okay. What downforce am I running currently? I'm using... See, I feel like that's pretty high. We'll just keep going. I might have to change the, Don't I get a set of hard tyres? Yeah, I do. Okay. Where's... Oh, there we go. No! I want the hard tyres. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I felt like an okay lap. It's just the fact I was, half a second down, and I lost half a second down the straight. leads me to believe I need to lower my downforce, but it's already quite low. We'll see. We'll look at the speed traps. That'll be a good indicator. If I'm not like, you know, like top 10, then we'll lower the downforce. See, like I'm first, so to be fair, no one's really come out yet to do a lap, so I'm losing a lot around turn 1 and, well, turn 1, 2, and 3. Intriguing. What are you eating? Just some mint. My breath reeks even after brushing my teeth. Sorry, I shouldn't be eating on camera, to be fair. Or talking while chewing. That's bad manners. Can I do this flat? Yeah, go on! I do love a set of hard tyres. Damn. Oh, shit. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I am really slow, I think. I don't know. I don't know what to think. To be fair, I'm doing 330 kph. That is a lot. I think the game's just bugged. As in, like, it's just telling me to go way faster than I can. This will still be good, though, even though I'm slow, according to the game. It'll be good to, you know, get the tyre wear and the fuel usage and all that bollocks, so that I'm actually on a good strategy. Don't choke on the mint whilst flying through the corners. Yeah, I'll try not to. That's a very good point. That is probably a thing, though. I mean, if you're driving too fast, you, like, swallow your own tongue or something. Alright, Sector 2 I'm just gaining a lot, and then I proceed to lose it all through Sector 3. I'm just not going to think about it. I feel fast. I'm P2 overall, so... Wow, look at that. I'm using overtake and I'm still losing time, but at least I'm up. Yes! I'm treating that as a big win. I do like this track. I wouldn't say it's up there really, but it's a neutral ground, me in Sao Paulo. I don't mind it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's alright. I'm the girl who was kind of a new fan. How are you? I remember you. I'm doing great this morning. Woke up with the trots, but you know what, we move. Horrible Sector 1. Oh no. Oh no. What was the sector? No, what was this thing? Oh yeah, my tyre wear. What's my tyre wear? Ah, dead. Ah, it's not too bad. It's like 3% a lap. That's reasonable. I just need to stop driving on the grass. That'd be great. Lewis or Max? Max, to be fair, in my opinion, in sort of anything really. I think he's a better driver. I prefer like him. Hamilton is obviously great. I like Hamilton. It's a shame about Roscoe, isn't it? I was quite sad about that. Let's hope he pulls through. Nice for Verstappen in the background, thanks, mate. He still, like, won't leave. I'm gonna have to give him a cease and desist or, like, a restraining order or something. He just won't go. Uh-oh. You're looking forward to Cadillac joining? Oh, there are a few things in life that I could like wait less for, but I need Cadillac now. especially because of their drivers. Like, that is just the best driver lineup. Not even, I mean, obviously, it's not just, I mean, they're probably not the best driver pairing. You know, the two best second drivers in history, but they're probably, you know, my two favourite drivers currently not in F1. Can I ask where you get the Max in the background? Of course you can. It was literally just on Amazon. I just searched Max Verstappen cardboard cutout, and there he was for like £30. And it was the only one of, like, him. The rest of them were, like, him in, like, you know, actual, like, business suits and other drivers in just casual outfits. That was the only one where he was, like, in Formula 1. And, I think it's from, like, 2016, so that is, like, prepubescent Max Verstappen behind me. I'm older than the Max Verstappen portrayed in the behind me, which is quite insane. Straight line speed! I'm gonna do one more lap, purely because I want to see, like, how fast I can go down that straight. I reckon I can hit like 350 if I use overtake throughout the whole thing. I want to try that. That could be fun. You're at F1 Masterclass. I love Max. Me too. He's great. I like every driver, but Max, Leclerc, Norris, Behrman, I like to see them do well more than others. It's like, if, like, for example, like, Gasly gets a good result, it's like, oh, cool. Whereas if, like, Max gets a good result, or any of the other drivers I listed, it's like, oh, well done, mate, that's great, good for you. I like every driver. Alright, let's see the straight line speed. And go. Welcome back, Ali. Another day, and of course Ali's here. 330, 340, 345 I got to. That's not bad. Oh, no, actually, no, it was 344.52. Yeah, sure. I like him too, but Max is just special. He is. I know it's like recency bias, and I haven't watched F1. Well, obviously, I've watched every single race. But live, and like qualifyings and practices, I've only watched from 2021 onwards, but I would put Verstappen in at least the top 7 of all time. And I say top 7, might be a bit generous to some, but I know some would probably put him lower than that. I would probably put him 4th, or maybe 5th. I've got worn soft tyres, so I'm not going to do the lap time they expect me to, but we'll give it a good crack anyway. Zandvoort was my favourite race because Behrman got P6 from P19, but no one talks about it. To be fair, no one talks about it because it's a Haas, and that's just unfortunately how social media works. I mean, look at football. They only speak about Man United, even though they are horrific. That's all they go on about. If Ollie Behrman did that in a Red Bull, they wouldn't be saying, oh, he shouldn't have been P16 in the first place, or P19, wherever it was. They'd just be saying, oh, what a race, because he drives for a big team. You're right, Archie. And my prediction was right. I am nowhere near the anticipated lap time that they want me to do. But I'm on old softs. What do you expect from me? To be fair, Verstappen could probably get pole on a used set of tyres. I think he did that a couple times in 2023 when he had just the greatest car ever. But well, you could say like the Mercedes 2020 car was better, but it was statistically the best, at least. Very horrible lap, but I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just looking to get into qualifying. Yeah, second off. Right, hang on, I mean, I know I'm going to go a lot quicker than a 10.5 in quali, but They think a 10.5 is going to be dead last. So let's go into quali and see what a 10.5 will get you. I imagine it will probably be P20, but it's still good to have a look. Nice save, thanks, mate. It completely butchered me like that, but, you know, at least the car isn't in the wall, you know? Who's going to win WDC? I mean, I know Verstappen's on this unreal, crazy comeback run, but I do think Piastri's got it in the bag, to be honest. I mean, obviously, it's not that close, but it's close enough where one DNF from Norris, Piastri, or even Verstappen could completely change it. One more DNF for Piastri where Norris actually does something, and Norris will probably win. One DNF for Norris, Piastri will probably win. One DNF for Verstappen, and he's just out of it. So, I still think Piastri, though, unfortunately. Real OG since 1950. Yeah, I've been around. Oh yeah, I forgot it's mediums first, isn't it? Right, we'll do 2 runs on the mediums. They should be able to last that long. There we go. Begin. I want a different vibe of music on. I know you lot can't hear it, but for me, I need it. Hey, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. Well, I decline. Does anyone remember Mixer, that old streaming platform that Microsoft had? I did on there, follow for like a year straight, got up to 1,000 followers, got partnered, and then it shut down and they banned me for like follower trading. I always remember there was this one channel where everyone would go to and you just spam follow for follow and everyone would just, you know, you'd like, oh, you follow you back, oh yeah, and you'll just keep following each other until everyone just had like loads of followers. And then they banned everyone. I miss Mixer. That's how long I've been streaming for. That I used to stream on Mixer. I've streamed on everything, to be fair. The only platform I haven't streamed on before is TikTok, because you need 1,000 followers, which I'm on, I think, like 500. Although, to be fair, I don't post. But even when I do, I never gain followers, which don't really bother me, but I do want to stream on TikTok because I feel like there's potential there. But I've done everything. I've done Twitch, Kick, YouTube is what I'm doing now. I've done Twitter, I've done Facebook, I've done, like I said, Mixer, I've done everything. It's crazy to think that in about 2 months' time, I would have been streaming for about 11 years. That is just so dumb. Okay, top 9. Not bad. Run! Oh, sorry! Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, apologies, mate. If that was real life, that'd be a grid penalty. Only Chads remember Google+. I actually don't remember Google+. How long you been doing no assist? Well, to be fair, I still use the 2 main ones, in my opinion, ABS and the driving line, but I've done no traction control and all of that since 2023, or since F1 23 came out. Bro, it's bigger than the universe. I'll be honest, mate, there are millions of people way bigger than me. I might look big, but on a chart, I'm only obese class 1. There are millions that are bigger. So fuck off. Alright, so a top... Oh, wow, top 11. I'm gonna have to try another lap. I just don't know if I can go quicker. It's crazy how that works, really. You go into practice, I'm 8/10 off, you know, the McLaren who was on softs and I was on hards. I go into quali and I can't even... Well, I might not get into Q2. The difference between practice and quali is immeasurable. What is better, Perez or the McLaren tuned Perez? I think the McLaren tuned Perez. That was some voice acting job, let me say. That was special. Still pretty big? Oh, absolutely. There's no denying that. But it ain't a bad thing, and it shouldn't bother any of you, because You don't even know me, so why do you care? You're such a chill guy, not gonna lie. Thanks, I appreciate that. I've tried to be a bit more chill. I used to be an absolute nutcase in my streams and videos from a little while ago. I just ain't got that youth energy anymore. I've managed to recover some lap time somehow, but I fear I'm going to start losing it because I don't have enough overtake. Oh, it's going down! Please! Give me some improvement. Okay, we managed to find 800ths. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Okay, we're through. Decent. The thing is, you're being stage 3 before you know it. Apart from the fact that in the last sort of year, I've done nothing but lost weight apart from gains. So please, for the love of God, shut the fuck up. Anyways. Just drinking Red Bull and playing the sim won't help. I ain't drunk Red Bull since I was about 10. If you start karting at 13, dream over. To be fair, that didn't stop Nicholas Latifi. That's actually so impressive. The fact he started racing 6 years, or even more than 6 years older and later than all of the others, and he still got there. I know he was bad, but he got there, which is the main thing. It's so impressive. I mean, bro thinks that I want to drive in F1. Bitch, I ain't driven a single thing in real life. Fuck you mean, F1 driver? Bloody hell, what does he think I am? He's just rage baiting you? Oh, I'm fully aware. I get called overweight in some form about, what, 10 times a day? So, I don't know. When I first saw this guy, I saw... I don't know who that is, unfortunately. Your driving is really fantastic. I've only been playing for about a month and I'm just starting to get a greeting from Germany. Well, welcome to the F1 community. It's lovely to have you. I hope my driving's fantastic. I have played these games for a few thousand hours at this point, so I think there's a couple tenths in there, but overall, with, you know, ABS on, I think I'm nearly as fast as you can go. I could be wrong. I could be. But, yeah. Since about last year, I sort of lost the interest of going faster, because it just takes too much time and practice, and I'd rather just stream and, you know, be entertaining rather than be the fastest. Of course, if you want to be the fastest and you're interested in that, then, you know, give it a good crack. And if you want to learn, go and watch, you know, your Joanna Wattmeers and all of that. You'll learn quite quick. Now, we have one lap to get into Q3. I don't think I've got it in me, but you never know. Especially because I've already completely cocked up turn 1, 2, and 3. We move. Do you like the Gran Turismo series? Nice driving for multitasking, talking with chat. To be fair, I do crash a lot when talking to chat, because, you know, I have to pause it. I've only ever played Gran Turismo 7, which I played on PlayStation before I moved to PC about 3 weeks ago. I love Gran Turismo 7. It was a fantastic game. I never played it online, but just doing all the races, especially in the faster cars, you know, like your Le Mans hypercars and the Super Formulas, and even like the GT... what were they called? You know, was it GT 800 or something like that? It's the 800 touring car series. I love driving those. They were a great bit of fun. I think I played it for a few hundred hours, but of course now I'm on PC, I can't really play it. Unless I buy the game again, which, I mean, it's a bit embarrassing, but I haven't really got that kind of money. Alright, I have put in a 1 minute 8, 7.8. What's that going to give me? 13th, yeah. To be fair, that was what I was expecting. I don't really have pace around here. What AI level do you play? I play 110, my friend. Leave the weirdos, just do you. Well, there's nothing wrong with just saying I'm overweight, because it's true. It's just boring, because it's like saying someone's tall, or someone is, like, small. It's like, I know, because I've looked in a mirror, I've seen myself, I am aware. It isn't like someone says that and it's like, fucking hell, I didn't know that. It's also a bit rude to assume that, you know, saying it to me or saying it to anyone else similar to me, that we aren't trying to do something about it. They genuinely think that I'm just sat here and just withering away trying to do nothing. And that's just disrespectful, to be honest. It takes so much time perfecting each corner, each split second. Yeah, it does. I mean, you mess up one corner by even, like, an inch, and you lose, like, a tenth. Alright, well, it's time for the sprint race. We're starting P13. I'm expecting to kind of hover around that kind of area, probably the whole weekend. I'd say getting in the points in the Grand Prix will be a very tough task. And to be fair, in my head right now, my mindset is that this is a bad weekend. 13th in quali is bad. But when you look at it as the, you know, we have the third slowest car right now, the third slowest is about P13. So, if anything, I'm just driving at the level of where the car is. So it isn't actually bad. It's just I'm so used to overperforming that when I perform normally, it seems bad, but it's not. So, at least that's what I'm going to say to myself to try and cheer myself up from driving bad. Alright, well, we have a sprint race. Honestly, I think I might up my downforce. No. No, I'll just leave it. I feel like my cornering is good, but then my straight line speed, it seems good. I am hitting like 320, 330, but it just seems slow. Do you do F1 lobbies with viewers? Not right now, no. I have thought about it, like definitely considered it. I feel like, I don't know, I sort of dread this situation of where I'll start a stream of playing with viewers, and then there'll be about three people, and I'll be sat there waiting. But, you know, if there is enough interest, then absolutely. I feel like, you know, playing with viewers is one of the easiest ways on this game to sort of build, like, engagement and a bit of a community. Because obviously I'm streaming, and you lot watch, but there's just so many new people popping by. When you do, like, open lobbies, you know, the same people start coming by. At least that's what I think anyway, just from seeing other people do it. It also bangs views, so yeah. I'll definitely be doing that at some point. We have a sprint race to do, though. What AI level is he playing? I missed the answer to the question. But you can always ask again. I'm playing on 110. And go! Good start. Look at that. Throttle all the way down. That is so weird. That's one of the best starts I've ever had in terms of, like, you know, no wheel spin or anything like that. But I didn't gain any positions or anything. I mean, I did. I've just overtaken signs, but... Right, straight line speed test. Let's see. Do I have more? Yes, I do. Okay, that's very good to know. As we head very quickly into turn 4, got to try and avoid contact with signs. That'd be bad. Come on. Come on! Do it! All those grocery carts down there is a effing gold mine. What? Did you say that in the wrong stream? Go on then. Go on, have him. It's only Stroll, for God's sake. We should be able to get past him. Nice, good move. Right, a Christmas miracle for this race would be to get ahead of my teammate. Because, yeah, that would just feel good, but... I don't know. Lovely launch, thanks Jared. Shout out Jared Bowen, by the way, my favourite footballer. And you've got the same first name. That's great. Yeah, that straight line speed is immense. Shouldn't matter though. As long as I'm in DRS, anything's possible. Trailer Park Boys, I don't know what that is. I don't know who that McLaren in the lead is, but they are gone. They've already put about 3 seconds between them and second, which is also a McLaren. Finally, McLaren showing that they have the fastest car. They've had the fastest car for the whole season, and yet somehow they're never really at the top. Last couple races, though, they have been, so, you know, at least they're finally showing it. What wheel do you have? Thrustmaster T300 base and a Thrustmaster open wheel add-on wheel. I've had it for about 5 years now. It's never gone wrong. I've had a couple little issues, but, you know, usually just unplug it and plug it back in fixes it. It's just, you know, the material started falling off and there's all tape on it, so that's why I've got the little, you know, the goal at the top of the screen. Because I'm not obviously like begging people to donate, but it's just, people do donate, and I'm so thankful for that, but rather than just be pocketing it, I thought I'd actually put it towards something to make the stream better. Because good start on me, well done, dickhead. I do wonder how much faster I would be if I had like a top range wheel, and is there actually a performance difference between them? And also if I had like an actual like rig. Because right now, I'm just sat in a swivel chair that was 20 quid on Amazon. And it obviously moves around. So I'm thinking, if I had, like, an actual rig, would I be much faster? I suppose that will just have to stay to curiosity, because I ain't got that kind of money. They fixed the AI yet? I don't know what you mean by fix, but they haven't changed them, so I guess that could be my answer. They're not faster, they don't race more, they're just the same. You sound like you should do F1 commentary. I would love to do F1 commentary. In fact, I would love to do commentary on anything. I am interested in quite a lot of things, like properly interested, not just like I watch it every now and again. Football, F1, darts, a couple of, you know, other games that I watch and play more than this. I just don't really know. Actually, I remember someone did tell me about DHL do a thing where like they trial people or something. I might give it a go at some point. And funny enough, you're not the first person to say that. I have had quite a few people tell me that I should go into commentary. So, maybe give it a crack. Not much of a performance difference, just an immersion difference. Maybe a slight advantage to having more range of a car. Oh, right. What football team do you support? West Ham United, unfortunately. Could be worse. You could be a Wolves supporter. Hey, Peter Griffin. Oh, I've already heard that 3 times before, mate. Think of a new one. Oh, Sainz is quick. There also seems to be a bit of a stalemate. Yeah, but back to like the wheel topic. I see, like, obviously there are other content creators and, of course, the professionals. They have them, the fanatics, or fanatics, however you say it. And they're in the grands. There's like one that's 1 to 2k. And I'm thinking, if I like win the lottery, or even like, you know, steal it off someone or something, if I just find that money and I buy one of them, will I improve? Or is it just purely for like the feel? And maybe the realism, because of course, you know, some of them are based off actual wheels. Who knows? So this is a mod to replace House of Cadillac. That is exactly what it is. You have absolutely nailed it. It is literally... I think it's because the game is a bit new in terms of modding that there isn't one yet, but there is a mod that, you know, you can get Cadillac as a my team. In hindsight, maybe I should have done that, but the reason I didn't is because this career mode is mainly for CHECO, not for Cadillac. It's just I thought, well, I could get Cadillac in the game, that would be a plus. There is a my team that you can get of Cadillac that is really good and well made, and you get, you know, race suits, a livery, all that bollocks. It's just... if I do a my team, on this year's game at least, I can't have Perez in the car because, of course, now, rather than making a custom driver and being an owner and a driver, you are just an owner and you sign 2 actual drivers. And, of course, Perez isn't a driver on the game. So, yeah. What do the gloves do? They stop my wheel melting from sweat. I didn't use gloves for first 2 years I owned this wheel, maybe a bit more, and... well, because of that, the wheel is now a bit ruined. I'm quite impressed with how the mediums have held on, to be honest. Usually by about this time, and we saw it yesterday in Mexico, by this time, or even less, like 5 or so laps, the mediums were just dead. And I was losing 2 seconds a lap, and although I am losing time now, they seem to be holding on considerably better, so... yeah, that's a big positive. I'm sorry I had to do that. I saw the opening. I don't even think I'd get the move done. I saw the little gap, and if you go for a gap that no longer exists, you're no longer a racing driver or something along those lines. If that was a real person, by the way, not an AI, that wouldn't be possible. But because it's an AI, I can do it. The Cadillac engine sounds nice. To be fair, it isn't a Cadillac engine. It's a mod that turns it into a V10. I can't tell you what specific V10. Whether it's, you know, a Ferrari or a Mercedes or whatever was knocking about then, it's just a V10. All of the mods, by the way, if you're interested, they're on overtake.gg. And, of course, it's PC only. I know that, like, if there wasn't DRS, I'd probably be, like, very low down, but I'm actually quite happy with the pace. I don't mind it. Honestly, haven't played my team much. I prefer F1 Manager. Very valid. Is there any other sports you like to play? The only other sport I play, obviously, I'm a bit physically limited. So things like football and like tennis, although I used to love playing them, don't really play them anymore. The only sport I play is darts. I have a dartboard in my room. I just play darts when I'm not doing this. Why the hell is there a dude Max Verstappen in his room? Yeah, there is. You know, F1 Manager, I haven't played it recently because I just kept cocking up strategies, but yeah. F1 Manager is great. Do you have assists turned on, and how long would it take to master the game without using them? It obviously just depends on how quickly you pick things up. I have tried turning assists off. I can drive without the racing line at Singapore, and I can drive without ABS at Bahrain. Each of them took probably about 10 to 20 hours, maybe it was probably more like 20. So, of course, I'd have to do it on every single track. So, yeah, it's a lot of time. And, like, to be honest, I don't really see the big benefit other than it being a bit more realistic. I mean, people say using the line is like cheating, and same with using flashbacks, but the way I see it, it's a mechanic in the game that they've added for, like, since the game began. And 90% of people use it, so I'm just gonna keep using it. There might come a time where I genuinely sit down and think, right, let's learn these things, but right now, at least for the next few months, I don't see any chance. If I was differently minded, I had a different mindset, then yeah, I could do it. But the thing with me is that in my whole life, pretty much, if there's anything new I'm trying to learn, if I can't do it within maybe a day, I just give up permanently. So yeah, it's because of that mindset I can't really do it. But it doesn't bother me not being able to drive with ABS off and needing the racing line. It doesn't bother me. It's just, it bothers a load of random people, and I don't really know why. Because I'm just playing the game how I want to, and people get really disturbed by that. It's like I always say, if you hate the fact I use the line or I use flashbacks every now and again, just go and watch someone that doesn't use the assist, you know what I mean? It's very simple. I don't know about ABS, but I have crippling IBS, that is crazy. Does it curve left or right? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Bunting all the way? Oh yeah. We like Stephen Bunting. My favourite player is Gerwin Price, but we like Stephen Bunting. You good? If you're talking about me darts, yeah. Depends on what you refer to as good. I've been playing for 5 months, and I can average about 50. So, you decide if that's good or not. I swear the line is the hardest assist to turn off. I agree. And the only reason, this is my theory anyway, the reason it's so hard to turn off is that, obviously, the line, you just look at the track when to brake. Whereas when you turn it off, there is nothing to look at. Because you haven't, of course, when you have it off, and real drivers do it as well, is obviously the way you brake and know when to brake is you use markers. Whether it's, the brake markers, or there's, something in the background, or a detail on the track, you use those to, decide when to brake. And because you use the line, you're not looking for those things. So when you turn it off, it's like, well, where, what, why? And yeah, it gets a bit daunting. Honestly, the thing I struggle with most, the ABS, I was a bit confused. Because I felt like I was trail braking correctly, and yet I was just locking up at every single corner. Although, to be fair, I never really did any much research into it. I didn't really watch any videos on how to do it, or I didn't really look at, other drivers using it. The thing with the racing line is I just kept struggling to remember. It's like I wrote it down in a notepad of where to brake, but then when I'd get into the braking zone, I'd forget what I'm meant to be looking at. So it wasn't actually the fact that I didn't know where to brake. I knew where to brake, I just kept forgetting the markers. And then when you factor in that there's 24 tracks, yeah, a bit overwhelming. But you know what, if people get that bothered by it, and there is such an overwhelming amount of people bothered by it, maybe I'll turn it off. Oh, we have a yellow flag somewhere. Didn't even know this was the final lap. Let's try and not lose a position on the line. Oh, it's behind, no one cares. Well, that whole race was basically being stuck in the DRS train. Tough race, but you know what? The mediums held on nicely. I was able to stay with Ocon. We'll take it. Can you do traction control off? Oh yes, of course. I've had traction control off since F123. The only assists I use is the line and ABS. I have manual gears, traction control off, obviously steering assist and all that off as well. When I started, I immediately took off all assist except driving line. It promotes focus and critical thinking in regards to how to ease on the brake and throttle. Yeah, see, that's where I went wrong initially. The very first time I tried was I turned everything off. I turned the line off and ABS off and manual gears, which I didn't use at the time. And it got very overwhelming. Then I started, one at a time, and yeah. If I actually had the patience to sit there and learn it, then I would. But I just don't, unfortunately. I'm just not wired like that. It's all a TikTok, it's gotta be. Anyway, after that race, we saw Leclerc somehow win, even though I'm pretty sure there was a McLaren. Hang on, wait, I need to see this. I thought, the McLaren is 2 seconds ahead. Norris and bottling, they go hand in hand, really, don't they? Especially at Brazil. A good way to learn the track is to use the line and note where the braking lines up with a reference. Yes, that is very true. Like I said, though, just doing it on every track, yeah. I mean, that's all you have to say. I just give up easily. You know, unfortunately, that's just how it is. It's more fun without ABS. Oh, yeah, it's definitely, if you, like, learn it and you start doing it right and, like, you're consistent, I can absolutely agree. It's probably way more fun, and, of course, you're going faster. But, yeah, it's just the process of getting there. Do you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, I have put in some truly insane lap times with ABS on. I think at Silverstone last year, I was only half a second off Thomas Ronhar's time in time trial. I never played time trial, but I did 400 laps of Silverstone in preparation for a league race. I had ABS on, but I had everything else off, including the line, and I was half a second off Ronhar. That was it, though. That was like using my ultimate, you know? I had this really good lap, and then that was it. My actual league race that weekend as well was dog shit. I crashed on lap 1. I only got CHECO Corsa to play in my Steam library, and I still use Assist, but I have a close friend who likes F1 very much. She got me into it. I might get the game soon. Keep it the good work. Thank you, Matter. I've also played a CHECO Corsa. My experience with it isn't very deep. I literally just drive. I drove the Le Mans hypercar, I think it was the Audi, around the Nordschleife. And that was it. But I had all assists off, and I was actually able to do it consistently. So, it's definitely doable. Stop playing F1, play F2. No. If you practice the track enough, you can learn when to brake each corner. Absolutely. It's just about practice. You put in the time, eventually you'll get it. I just don't want to invest the time. You ask anyone else, they'll be like, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm just, yeah. I wanted to practice for like 2 hours, and it came to me when the brake in F1 is just muscle memory. It is. Why play F2 when F1 exists? I personally believe it's not possible to learn all 24 tracks without the line. I can just master most of them, or my favourite. I also agree. I feel like I could do at least half, and the ones I really enjoy. So I could probably do Spa, Jeddah, Singapore, Vegas, Baku, but going on to tracks I dislike, you know, like Spain, Hungary, Texas, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, it'll probably be a bit more tricky. I'm an iRacing fanboy, I mainly do GT3. I need to play iRacing, I've never played it before. I mean, of course, I never used to play it because I was always on PlayStation, but now I'm on PC, I can definitely give it a go. I mean, obviously, iRacing is like the #1 actual sim racer. This is more of an arcade game. I mean, the CHECO Corsa is a bit of a sim racer, but iRacing is like the proper one, so I might just have to. Put your processor state to 70 to 100 if the computer sucks. So my computer is really good, man. I'm playing on the highest graphics settings, with the highest stream settings, because I'm streaming on the same PC, on 140 FPS, and it runs perfectly fine. My PC's great. iRacing's the best. I've heard good things, and of course I've seen you know when Max Verstappen would do like sim racing on there, like the 12 hours of Spa and 24 hours of Le Mans and all that stuff. So I've seen it. I've seen videos on it and streams, so I sort of get the gist of it. It's just I've never played it. I think it'll be a great humbling though, because of course the only games I have in sim, like in terms of like driving, the only games I've played is this, a little bit of a CHECO Corsa and a little bit of Gran Turismo. And maybe a diddy bit of Forza Horizon. So going from these like arcadey games, I know a CHECO Corsa isn't, and Gran Turismo kind of isn't, but going from that into a hardcore game meant to be as realistic as possible in terms of driving behaviour and things, I reckon it'll be a serious humbling. Because I think I'll be fast, I'll get in the car and I'll just crash all the time. You should try Automobilista 2, fantastic race sim. I'll have a look into it. Do you know what game I really wanted to play? Le Mans Ultimate. I think I've seen some pretty like negative things said about it, but it looks sick. I mean, you get to do like, you know, that's all of the, obviously the endurance racing stuff. It looks amazing. I'd love to play it. Your glasses? Are you sponsored by Red Bull? That would be great, but unfortunately no. You'd think I would be. I've got Red Bull stuff covered in my room. Posters, signed shirts, helmets, all that, but no. F1 is a bit dead in iRacing though, not a lot of lobbies. I think, yeah, There's not, I think, oh, that, what is my stuttering? That was crazy. Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot more GT3 endurance racing on there, which I'm perfectly open to do. I love driving. I know Gran Turismo 7's different, but my favourite thing on GT7 was driving in the touring cars, like 800 and 700, and just driving. They were the most fun I've had. They were more fun than this. He said he would do some racing on that over real life because it's so real and safer. He does both, to be fair. That man, I know it's been said, but he quite literally lives and breathes racing. People think that, you know, he's thinking about a title charge. No, he's thinking about going home and driving on his sim, and then this weekend, isn't he doing an endurance race? Not an endurance race, but he's doing a GT3 race, because he done one at the Nordschleife. I think he's doing another one, isn't he? Can you show us a throw of darts? Maybe not exactly now, because my camera's fixed, but maybe I could set that up. I mean, hey, I've got a spare camera. Maybe I could rig that up to my board over there. How much do you think I need to spend on a PC to run AAA games at high refresh rates? Is 1.5K to 2K enough? Oh, I think that's easily enough. I'll be honest, I didn't really do much research with my current PC. I think it was around the 1.5K area. But this PC, I can tell you the parts of it. It runs every game that I mean, the games I've played on it include this, Apex Legends, a couple of Assassin's Creeds, and they can run at like 150 FPS or 60 FPS on the highest graphic settings without any real issue. So, yeah, I think my PC might be a bit overkill, but at the same time, it's better to be over than under. I just wish I could make my stream quality higher. I'm not too familiar with like OBS settings, and especially the advanced ones and like what they do. I have got it like the highest you can possibly go. It's just like, unfortunately, I have to keep my bitrate low at only 6K because Twitch only runs at 6K, whereas YouTube, as far as I'm aware, does a bit higher. Only top 12, that's pretty bad. AMS2 is a perfect choice. You want to do 50s formula all the way to modern cars. Sadly, no career mode, but people have made mods to help that. I'll look into it. Sounds pretty good. I have to go to school. I enjoy school, Aaron. And for everyone watching, if you're still in school, for the love of all that's holy, stay in school, because I learned the hard way what happens when you leave school. Alright, so we are currently in P12. We have under a 10th gap to the knockout zone, so we need a very good lap here. Yeah, the pace isn't fantastic around here. I'm not sure why, to be honest. I think if I just by Sector 3, like the straight line speed, that's where I seem to be losing most of my time. My Sector 2 seems alright. So I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Yeah, he did one at 24 hours. I need to check about the most recent one coming up. You enjoy school, but not PE. Oh no, I hated school, that's why I left school, but... Well, no, I didn't... Yeah. Oh, I love PE. PE was great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was still overweight back then. Like 7 odd years ago, but... I don't know, I think I was about 100 kilos when I was about 13, 14. And then when I got to 17, actually no, 18, I was 130. And now I'm down to 110. So, yeah. I'm basically just not eating, going for the odd walk and just letting it naturally happen. Rather than, like, you know, try-harding it. Well, I managed to find a bit of time. But is it enough? Let's see. Come on, 2 temps. That is good time gain. Come on! He's done it. He's through. Logitech just came out with a new DD wheelbase. There's only 300. I don't think that's bad. I think that was a similar price to my wheelbase when it came out. I don't know, how much is a T300 Thrustmaster nowadays? Because I know it's old, but obviously it still keeps up. It's a wheelbase. It doesn't do much. It shakes. Once I upgrade my PC, I've got to try sim racing. It looks so much fun. I think some games like GTA have mods that allow support with the wheel. Probably. I haven't really looked into that. I have played GTA, but nothing like that. But yeah, no, I've had this wheel and like sim racing, like being able to drive things, for about 4 years. And I remember before I had a wheel, I used to think like how incredible it would be to be able to like actually drive, because I was what, like 16, 15 back then, and I had never driven anything in real life. I still haven't driven anything in real life. And now I can, you know, drive cars, whether it's, you know, racing, whether it's just driving like a lorry or something in like Euro Truck Simulator. It's an absolutely fantastic investment. It's great fun. In the wet, you've got to be fearless like Ayrton Senna. I'm fearless in the wet. I just don't have any talent, so I'm just slow. So, yeah, it don't really work. What setup do you use for streaming? I was considering doing the same thing as you, but I don't know where to start in terms of gear. Well, it's just my PC, which I can't really be bothered right now, but eventually I will write down a list of all the parts, and then I can just show you a lot rather than having to say each thing. It's just a PC, a monitor with a wheel. Obviously, if you're not planning on doing sim race, you don't need the wheel and stuff, just the monitor. And then I've just got the microphone, which is a blue Yeti X on a tripod. And then I've got a brand new, I got it like yesterday, it's an Elgato Facecam Mark II. And then I've got some random studio light. It's just to get a bit of brightness. And that's about it, really. I mean, I have a whole second computer, but that is literally just a re-chat that I've had for years. It used to be my streaming PC, but now I've got this, so it's a bit of an upgrade. Sim racing would be some great cardio, depending on your wheel force and setup. Yeah, to be fair, my arms are knackered from racing every single day. So, in a way, it is actually not bad exercise, yeah. Something I recommend just a break from racing games is Euro Truck American Sim, solid games with a wheel. I have played them, they're great. Does it have pressure sensors? I'm not entirely sure what that could mean, but I'd say no. Why haven't you driven anything in real life? Never really got the opportunity to be fair. I mean, I can't really fit in a go-kart, so I've not done that. I haven't driven an actual car because I can't afford one. And that's about it, really. I've never really thought about it. Have you thought of an alternative angle that shows the wheel? Yeah, actually, funny you've said that, because now I've got a spare camera, because I've got my new one. I was thinking, get a tripod, set up my old camera behind me or something, and it will show an angle of, like, my actual wheel. I think that could be quite good. Long live King Crim, yes! That's like a cool name, King Crim. I think that's just because of alliteration, but still. I am King Crim. Alright, let's actually do some driving now, because I've spent the last 10 minutes talking, which is great. I love being able to talk to people in my chat, because up until about 2 weeks ago, that wasn't really a thing. I used to just stream, and then people would just sort of chill. Maybe the odd, like, 3 or 4 people, and that'd be it, and that was great. And now, yeah, I get to have some conversations with you guys. Great. He will do it for next season. I honestly think there's not a bad chance. I just need a little bit of a better car. I don't know why I turned my ERS off there. I'm too race coded. It's like I was saying yesterday. If my car had less tyre wear, especially in the early phases, and a bit more straight line speed, there probably was a title charge on. Because I've had some really smelly races, about 5 or 6, probably a combined 50 points lost. you add that onto me now, I'm right in with a chance at the title. So next year, if we nail the regulations, I think there's a chance. 176. I don't think that's very quick. I'm probably out, right? Oh! Out by such a little margin. That is tragic. How much by? Ah! 40 milliseconds. Oh, that's so annoying because that. Oh well. Do you really need the gloves? I do. If I don't wear gloves, when my hands get sweaty, it degrades the material on my wheel. Currently, most of the material's fallen off and it's been replaced by duct tape. So if you use a wheel, especially with this sort of rubbery material on it, please wear gloves because you'll just wreck it. That's why I wear gloves. It doesn't actually add any like performance or realism. It's purely so my wheel doesn't fall apart, basically. He sweats a lot, to be fair. I only sweat a lot because it's so fucking hot in here. You alright, Dion? Have you ever grown a mullet? Can't say I have, no. To be fair, my hair used to be unfathomably long. It's a bit like Rapunzel. It used to go down to... Imagine, like... I don't know. It was probably about a foot down from, like, my neck. My hair used to go to. It used to be all in my face, like, up to my eyes, like here, with just hair. And it used to be about that tall. I don't know why I left it that long for ages. Personally, I think the new 26 regs are going to ruin the sport if they continue with the 50-50 power unit. I'm not really sure about the technical side of it. As far as I'm aware about the regulations, I haven't done much research into it at all. They're replacing DRS with manual override mode. I don't know if it's the same thing, but they're renaming it at the very least. There's active aero, which is meh. And I just don't like the whole idea. As far as I'm aware, depending on the corner, the aerodynamics change. Like the wings move around. I don't like that at all, to be honest. The only thing I like about these new regs is the fact that the cars are a little bit smaller. But that's it. The rest of it just looks a bit pointless. You can also help protecting your hands from injury. I actually broke my wrist driving once. It was my first time opening a Assetto Corsa, and the force feedback was set really high, and I spun, and it broke my wrist. Do you have a fan to simulate speed? I do, actually. There's a big one there. It just don't really do anything. Do you drive in real life? I don't, no. I'd love to, but no. I just subscribed, loving the content and banter. I appreciate that, Mustard Tiger. I don't like mustard, but I like tigers. I agree with you, Davin. Yeah, it would be a shit show. Have you ever thought of entering any esports/sim racing events? For the first couple years I started playing these games, I definitely did. I definitely had, like, a mindset, like, I want to be the best. I want to compete at the top, like, driving the fastest. But honestly, nowadays, I would rather be a commentator or a caster or an analyst for an esports event. Do you have a pit crew? I don't know. Not in real life, no. I'll tell you what I'd love to be, though. I would love to be able to do a commentary gig for Apex Legends. That would be so... That's like... I prefer that game over this, for some reason. Anyway, we have a Grand Prix to do. It's going to be a one-stopper. But you know what? I know this sounds crazy. I'm going to be doing a two-stopper. Purely because my tyres aren't going to last that long. So, we're going to do this. How can I make this work? Okay, we'll do 12 on the medium. And then we'll do 16 on... How can I make this work? I want to be able to pit quite early. What's the old strategy? 12, 9, 15. What if I just do this? Honestly, I'm starting outside the points. I'm willing to give this a go. Grim, you broke a wrist on the wheel. How long did it last? Did you get a cast? I did. It was... I forgot really. I think it was like 3 months. It was really bad. You're a great commentator for a race event. That would be really cool. Maybe one day. To be fair, all I really have to do is just commentate over the current like F1 races. That's what I used to do. I used to do watch-alongs of Grand Prix. I can just start doing that again, commentate them like actual races, and then hopefully just get seen by someone. Did you know that AI doesn't simulate carcass tyre temp? They only have surface. So you're at a disadvantage if you choose to simulate both. I didn't know that. Is that true? You have the voice and the knowledge, you should pursue that. It's crazy how many people say I should do that. Like, not even people related to F1, even like some like long distance friends that I've only spoke to a couple of times say that. Like, is there just something in my voice that like just says I should be a commentator? Because so many people say that, it's incredible. But if that is true, can I see what I currently have? I've got surface and carcass. So is that the reason why after about 5 laps my tyres are just dead? Make me a strategist? If you give me a good strategy, absolutely. You do have a commentator voice, unlike that new Canadian twat from F1 show James Hinchcliffe. I don't think he's that bad. To be fair, my standard of commentary is very low. A bit like my standards with everything is a bit low. I mean, I think they're all great. I think my favourite pundit, I mean, I was going to say Jensen Button, but he isn't really a commentator. He's more of just like a pundit who interviews people and gives his opinion. I like David Coulthard. He's a great commentator. He does commentate sometimes. Will Buxton. I used to love Will Buxton. Unfortunately, he's on to IndyCar now, isn't he? You've got the energy. I think that's the only thing going for me. It's the English accent. To be fair, English accents is a pretty good one. I mean, to be fair, it's not just English. I'd say, what is my accent? I don't think I have a proper accent. You know, like, obviously you've got, like, your Newcastle accent, your Manchester accent, you've got North London. There are accents in pretty much every 10 miles of, you know, each English town, but I don't really have one. My accent is completely different to all my family members. All my family grew up in East London, including me, but I don't have an East London accent. I think it's a little bit posh with a little bit of just English. Alright, I think we should get into a race. I think that's a good idea. I like the strategy. It's worth a gamble considering, well, I'm in P10. I mean, I don't really care about 1 point. I might as well gamble it for a chance of a high points finish. Peace out. I'll see you interview Max Verstappen one day. That would be incredible, really. But thank you for stopping by Hood Poetry. I like a bit of poetry. Button is great, and Buxton. Yeah, Will Buxton was my favourite pundit. I used to use a VPN on F1 TV just so I could watch his commentary, because it was so much clearer of like Croft and Brundle and Chandok. The thing is, I'm sure they're great human beings, but at the end of the day, they just spout so much bollocks. They either make stuff up, or they just say things for the fact of saying things. Like, it's like they're contractually obliged to not say, like, they're not allowed to be quiet. They have to be saying something at all times. So they just start saying things that don't make any sense, or are wrong, or are common sense. And I can't stand it sometimes. Love having Jolyon Palmer on the broadcast. I like Jolyon, he's not bad, yeah. Pretty good. Who is your esport GOAT? In terms of Formula 1, or just sort of everything? I don't think... Have I ever watched F1 esports? I don't think I have. Oh, no, I have, actually. I watched 2 of the days of the F1 Sim Racing World Championship, which was... It's alright. They were proper drivers, to be fair. I mean, I wouldn't... Jolyon wasn't that great. But hey, didn't Jolyon Palmer win GP2? There aren't many that can say they've done that. But eSport Go, I haven't watched esports in pretty much any game. The only esports games that I've watched is Apex, Rocket League, and a diddy bit of Overwatch, and that's it. I've never ever watched Counter-Strike or League of Legends or Dota or Halo, all the big ones. So just from the people that I have watched, gotta be Imperial How. Now, Let's begin this Grand Prix. I mean, bro's won, like, 7 lands. Never would have thought that an F1 stream would end up talking about, you know, my other half. Palmer has a driver insight. To be fair, he might have not been very good in F1, but he got to F1, so he's going to have the insight. Yeah, I like Jeremy. I also like, is it Paul de Resta? I don't think it's Paul de Resta I'm thinking of. I think it's another one. I can't think of his name, though. There is someone else. Anthony Davidson, that's him. I didn't mind him, he's alright. Punditry equals talking bullshit. Happens here in Australia also, but don't mind it. It makes interesting and starts discussions. Yeah, I think that's the point of punditry, really. It's to sort of get a reaction. Good afternoon, mate. How are you? I am fantastic. I woke up with the shits, but, you know, at least I got up. Usually I just stay in bed for 6 hours. And it's going great. Hope you're doing great as well. Now, Brazilian Grand Prix. We're on an alternate strategy. I have no idea if it's going to work or not, but we're going to give it a good crack. It's another good start. It might just be the fact I'm going uphill that makes my start like this. And we listen to the V10s roar away as we get around turn numero uno. And then we go through numero dos, and then we go through numero tres. It's a little chance on Hulkenberg here, I reckon. And Alonso. That Aston Martin livery looks different. Why has it got a bit of white on it? That was very close. That was a bit like Alex Albon in Canada. Go on. Hang on. Karun. Yeah, I don't like Karun, to be honest. What's your favourite F1 decal job? Mine is the Red Bull ones because of the striking colours. If I'm allowed to say of like all time, my favourite looking car is the 2019 Toro Rosso. I don't know what it is, but that blue, oh, it's fantastic. Nowadays, though, the McLaren Golf livery was fantastic. And probably just, I don't really know. All the liveries nowadays are a bit dead. They're all just sort of a bit bland. I like Sauber's because of the green. My favourite colour is green. Actually, no, it isn't. It was green. My whole bedroom used to be painted lime green. And then I realised it was shit, so I made it white. Yeah, I think Sauber's probably the best, but it's like the best of a bad bunch right now. All the liveries are a bit smelly. Now, I don't need to worry about saving tyres or anything, because I am on a strategy where the strategy is basically drive fast. That's it. Because I'm going to be two-stopping. Purely because I know, after the 12 laps, my tyres aren't going to work anymore. So, rather than have that misery of being 2 seconds a lap slower than everyone, we'll get in the pits, put on the softs, set a few blistering lap times, and then we'll get onto the hards until the end. And I don't know what that will accumulate to, but I'm hoping it means that I won't have to struggle with tyre, wear, and I can be fast, be quick, and hopefully get a nice points finish. Although I am currently P8, which is surprising. And this track is a lot more about track position than I thought. Because I know I'm not fast enough to be in this position, yet with DRS and all of that, I'm able to be here. It's quite good. Waiting on my brother to get me from Heathrow. Nice. I've never been to Heathrow. I've been to London City, that's my local one. I've been to Stansted, Luton, and another one I can't remember. The max cutout behind you always gets me. It gets everyone. It's amazing. The FIA said that V10's coming back is still on the table, so let's pray. Honestly, why can't they just use a V10? Because they already have I think the main problem was like the carbon output and the fuel, which I think is a load of bollocks, but whatever. Surely they could just run a V10 with modern day fuel and just make that work. I love the previous Williams livery. I'm not thrilled about their current one. Yeah, they are. I really like their 2021 livery. That was nice. The Jaguar British Racing Green was spot on. That's also a very good shout. Well done. I love the old school Williams throwback to the Nigel Mansell days. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was good. Do this game have stop it? If you're referring to pit stops, then yes. If anybody remembers about Jaguar, okay, I mean, obviously I wasn't around. I don't think I was even born when Jaguar were in F1, but I've seen their cars, I've seen their races, I've seen their livery. It was nice. Big fan. Do you do neck training? I can't say I do. No. That's a good question. But, no. I do a lot of stomach training, though. Right, we'll see what the pace is looking like, but I might just revert my strategy to the one-stop. If I could just stably sit in PA, is stably a word? Whatever, you know what I mean? If I could just stay in PA and the tyre wear's okay and the pace is fine, I will just stick to the one-stop. It's just, I don't think that's going to happen. There might be an outside move on Alex Albon here. Come on! Overtaking in Brazil, you've never seen the likes before. Go on, girl! The Cadillac 001, I think is what we'll call the chassis. Decent move. Go on. Better get her in price. Go on! They yap about the carbon output and then put the cars on jumbo jets and the teams on private jets. They do that. I don't really know. It's obviously it's for a good cause. But I don't want to really get into it because of the difference of opinion that everyone will have. But I feel the whole like carbon dioxide is killing the planet and F1 being all sustainable is just such an overreaction. But maybe it isn't, because I don't know jack shit about it. I just feel like surely they can just get a V10 or a V8, the things that we want, and just also make them happy and keep it all the sustainable and bollocks. I think that's, you know, I'm sure they can come up with a compromise. You're right, mate. Sorry that your name's in a foreign language. I cannot read that, unfortunately. Do some exercise. It will be dangerous for you, but if you go like this, please understand, bro. Again, it's so disrespectful to assume that I just don't do anything. Like, it's so disrespectful. You don't know a single thing about me. All you've seen is my face. You don't know my name, you don't know where I'm from, and you just think that I haven't done anything. Fucking people, man. It's outrageous. It is just outrageous. People would have you think that I'm on 600 pound life, like fucking hell. I know I'm big, but I'm not that big. I'm like 110 kilos, like that is not, that's like overweight, that isn't like ginormous like people would make me believe. I've lost 10 kilograms in the last month and a half, I think. I know you're from England, well, you got that right. I don't think that was too difficult to guess. F1 2025, if you're asking what the game is, then yes, it is. Pond ecosystem. Don't know what that means. Big Smoke White Edition. See, that is kind of funny. Like when someone the other day said, Ayrton send food. Like, if you just come in here and just say, oh, you're fat. Go do some exercise, go to a gym. That's just boring. However, if you say something funny like that, then it's all great. We can have a laugh about it, you know? It's good fun. It's just people are very boring when it comes to that. They don't really, they just sort of just say it to just sort of say it. Whereas you've made a bit of a joke out of it and it's kind of funny. I like that. Keep doing that. To be fair, Big Smoke doesn't wear glasses. Or does he? I don't know, I don't remember. Hope you have a great day, F1 crew. I just stumbled upon your channel. Looks like you're having fun. I'm having a great time. There are a couple bag eggs in terms of like just people being pricks, but you're gonna get that. You know, that's just part and parcel of doing what I'm doing. You know, showing my face on the internet. It's just what happens. But aside from that, yeah, I'm having a great day. I'm having a good race so far. We're in the top 7. Tyres are starting to go a little bit, and we are only halfway through the stint, but as long as I can stay behind Antonelli and stay in his DRS, then yeah, should be good. Go, go, go. I also apologise I have to keep pausing to read chat, but unfortunately this track doesn't have a real straight, so I have to keep pausing. You see Lewis Dog is on life support? Yeah, I was actually quite sad about that. I mean, I don't like Hamilton a whole lot, but I have had many dogs and cats, and I have lost loads of pets, I think like 7 odd. So I know exactly what he probably feels. So yeah, it was really tough to see that. I was quite sad. Big Smoke has glasses? Yeah, I thought so. I tried to picture in my head. Sorry bro, but I don't want to be disrespectful, I just want the best for you. Well, no, if you want to be respectful, you ask maybe, are you trying to lose weight? Not just, bro, go do some exercise. That's more of a demand. I can understand though, so I'll forgive you. But the reason I'm like that, and I'm a bit, you know, harsh when it comes to that, is that people just say it to me like 10 times a day, and it does get boring, and it also just gets repetitive, and yeah. I think 2025 is the same as 24, I agree. The handling is a massive step up, but that shouldn't mean you're gonna have to spend another like 60 quid to rebuy the same game. Because I know they've done some things with my team, but at the end of the day, it's basically just some more menus. There's nothing with the actual game that's different. It's just more menus that don't really add anything. I guess it's cool that, you know, you can actually be a team owner and sign 2 official drivers and drivers either one. But at the same time, again, that's just not much of an upgrade to be worth the price tag that they're trying to make you pay. I'll be honest, I only bought this game because I make content on it. If I wasn't trying to do what I'm currently doing, I probably wouldn't have bought the game, and I would have either stuck with 23, because that's my favourite, or I would have started playing other sim races, whether it's Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, iRacing, or anything, really. What's your favourite race on the calendar? Probably Spa, to be honest. I would have said Jeddah, but after my Spa race this season in this career mode, I'd say Spa. No classic cars to drive? Oh yeah, that is... There haven't been classic cars for 5 years now, which is kind of crazy. I don't see them ever coming back, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with licensing, but at the same time, it can't be that difficult. It also can't cost that much. I suppose that's the good thing about being on PC now, though, is that, of course, if I want to drive a classic F1 car, I can surely just go on Assetto Corsa, and there'll be a mod for it. I'm pretty sure Assetto Corsa has got a crazy amount of modding done to it, because it's been out for so long, and the modding support is still going, so yeah. I'd be surprised if classic cars ever come back to the series. Same with tracks. Like, I would bite their arm off. I would do anything to have Hockenheim on this game, because that's my favourite track that, you know, in history, but unfortunately I just don't think that's going to come. In terms of emissions, F1 may improve depending on the way they optimise the fuel mixture. They can upgrade to a V10, but how much more power will you get out of this, out of the current frame rate? Honestly, I don't think the power is going to be that much more. Because they currently, they have a V6 with a turbocharger. I'm pretty sure the V10s were just V10s with no turbochargers. The power output would probably be around the same. What is it, like 900 to 1,000 horsepower, something around there? That is ridiculous, by the way. You're great, man. I just want to say sorry. Oh no, it doesn't hurt me at all. Mate, listen. I've been overweight since I was 4 years old. I've been called things. I've called myself things. None of it bothers me. It just gets a bit boring. You know, that's all. But you're one of the good ones. You're alright. Don't worry. Tire's starting to let go now. I'm just about hanging on to DRS. Check the MFD. Is your engine overheating? I don't know if it's overheating. I don't think I've ever checked that before. Oh no, the reason there'll be a red thing is because the engine's quite worn, which is why I'm a bit down in power, but it's either I use a slightly worn engine like I am now, or I have to take another new power unit. I've already had a grip penalty this season in Azerbaijan, and there is a slight chance I might have to take another. If I do, it'll probably be at Las Vegas, but yeah, durability is tough right now. We're just about sticking with the bastard. Just about. There's 2 laps until my scheduled stop. Now this is where we have a choice. I either stay out for 4 more laps and I go on to the hards, or I pit in 2 laps and go on to the softs. Honestly, I'm going to choose the second option, because at this rate I'm going to lose DRS and then I'll probably lose a few positions as well. Said hi, you alright Takayama? You deserve much better, man. Do I? At the end of the day, it's not like I have some insanely rare condition that makes me the way I am. It's my fault I'm the way I am, so no, I don't think I deserve more, to be fair. So I can say they would need to lower the frame rate and make the tyres slightly wider, and it would also need to shorten the plank. Yeah, see, I understand what those things mean, I just don't understand how that would have an impact because I'm not smart enough. They should definitely work on making tyres wear more though, that's what they should do actually. Because you shouldn't be able to run pretty much every single race. I mean, look at Azerbaijan. You were able to run that race the whole way on one set of hard tyres. That is ridiculous. They've been so hell-bent on making tyres wear less. They should actually do the opposite. We want, like Monaco, for example, like, what is it? Mandatory 2 pit stops. You want to do that. Because that's what makes racing slightly exciting. It'll be a hell of a more exciting than what we have now, at the very least. Use old components for practice and then switch to new before quali and get no grid penalty. There's no way that's a thing. You're right, Dead by Daylight. Horrible game, by the way. I'm sorry, it just is. I'm sure you're great, though. In China, someone told me 99% of drivers can't be in F1, but why now Europe have so many young drivers to fight to get 1 seed? That's a good question. It is true that 99% of people can't be in F1, mainly because of money. I believe that the current drivers, there is a whole other level of driving ability, but the people that have the ability to do that aren't able to get in a car because it costs so much. You gotta think, it costs, even in karting, it's like 200 grand a season. Formula 4 is like 800 grand, then it gets into the millions, and then, yeah, F2 is like 5 million, F1 10 million. So, of course, only rich people get to drive in it. And don't get me wrong, the current drivers and all drivers are obviously the best in the world, but at the same time I think there is so many better drivers that exist. They just don't know it yet because they can't drive because it costs too much. But also, the reason we have so many people in Europe right now, Europe is sort of the main hub for Formula 1, it's where Formula 1 began, it's like sort of the main area. Of course, most of the races are in Europe. I think it's just F2. There's a lot of promising drivers in F2 right now. Alright, time for our first pit stop. Yeah, I knew I'd brake too late. Call me cringe, call me whatever, I'm using a flashback, don't care. Watch me do it again. Lando vs Oscar, who would get the Drivers' Championship? I think Oscar will win, but I prefer Lando to win. The wear is catching up during the season. I'm not too familiar with F1, but I am familiar with GPs. Every part needs to be utilised to the best of their ability. Yeah. I just haven't upgraded durability throughout the season, because usually, on last year's game at the very least, I would be able to do a whole season and not worry about durability, whereas this time around, that's not the case. Max would have probably done the race in mediums like he did in Monza. Absolutely, the tyre wear is definitely way too high. No, but I mean, like, so you can go into practice, use an old engine, go into quali, use a new engine, and not get a penalty. How does that work? Unless you mean like you just mean like a newer engine, and not like a fully new engine, and that's just me being dumb. Park Ferme doesn't happen until qualifying. Yeah, I'm aware of that. You're free to swap component. I think I've just misunderstood. But to be fair, I rarely do practice, and when I do, it's like 4 laps, so it's not really going to change much. But I'll definitely keep that in mind. Don't get me wrong, I'll definitely remember that. I'm just not sure how useful that could be to me when I don't really do practice. I'm Pauletto, get out of the way, son. I've got to set some blistering lap times on these softs if I want to make use of them. I could have dived down the inside, but I'd rather get the DRS, to be honest. There are a few indie drivers I would love to see make the jump. But $11.6 million per seat is a non-start for a lot of great talent. I also think there's too many drivers that should be in F1 and not enough seats for them. I don't think I can see the grid changing next year, to be honest. The only change I could see is Tsunoda gets dropped, Hadjar gets put in the Red Bull, and then Tsunoda either gets dumped out of F1 completely, and then, what's his name? I keep forgetting how you pronounce his name. Is it Arvid Lindblad? I can never say it. Gets put in the Racing Bulls, or they just put Tsunoda back in the Racing Bulls. I think that's the only change that is going to happen. Everyone else has sort of either contracted or they've earned, another year. Now, I think Hulkenberg has been a bit shit, but I'm pretty sure Sauber only signed him because, of course, next season it's going to be Audi, and obviously Hulkenberg's German. So, I don't think he's going. Red Bull probably, if they change, they'll just get another one of their RB drivers. Ferrari won't change, Mercedes probably won't change. Aston definitely won't. Obviously, Lance Stroll's never leaving. Who? Hang on, speaking of Alonso, where the fuck did he come from? He's doing the same strategy as me, it's just he's much faster and more talented and older and more experienced and has a fantastic beard. You don't do practice for the R&D points? I do quick practice. I do practice. It's just practice is at most 5 laps, so... Did you see Grosjean is running P1 next race weekend? I'm pretty sure he isn't running P1. I think he's just doing a private test for Haas with James Hinchcliffe, no? I could be wrong. That's great, though. That's really cool. You only have a select number to choose from the whole season. Once your first engine starts to wear a lot, use that only for practice, switch to a newer one. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know all the engines and stuff, it's just I never really considered doing that, because, like I said, practice is so short. I'm curious if Colapinto will stay. Honestly, that is... Yeah, you bring up a great point. Both of you. There is... If Colapinto stays until next year, then there's something else going on that isn't performance-related, because he has been so bad. He's slow and crashes a lot. I don't care that their car is shit. He is slow and crashes. Jack Doohan... He was much better, but he got 2 races, and you're giving Colapinto 22. They need to get Paul Aaron in that seat. I think Paul Aaron has to happen. Can't overtake because there's traffic! I always drive Mick's F1 car in 2021 and 2. The car is very bad, he's underrated. I don't think he's got the ability to stay in F1 for ages, but the car wasn't great. I can agree with that at the very least. Yep, I love you. I love you as well. Excellent move! I'm hoping Alonso gets stuck behind Tsunoda there, because that will release me to build a bit of a gap to him that will probably last approximately 2 laps. Hang on, this is reminiscent of 2023. Remember in Brazil when it was Alonso versus Perez in the final podium place, and Perez was trying to get past DRS but couldn't, and then he lost it on the line by 0.2 or something. That was a tragic race, because I'm obviously a Perez fan. Next move is going to be on Liam Lawson. What a performance last weekend, by the way, Liam Lawson. Round of applause for you. Can't give you one because, you know, I'm driving, but yeah. Wow, my straight line speed must be horrible. How am I that slow? I'm doing 340. You're telling me Lawson's doing 340 without DRS or a slipstream? Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. What team do you root for? I'm a Williams fan. I don't really have one. It was Red Bull when CHECO was driving for them, but nowadays, no one really. I'd say Ferrari, but I don't really care about, like... It's like, if a team does well, or a team's driver does well, I'm like, oh yeah, that's really cool, but I'm not sat there, like, celebrating if anyone does well anymore. Next year, obviously, Cadillac, I will. If Perez does really well, I'll be, like, jumping around the room celebrating, like I did when he won Singapore 2022. I was running about the room, because it was, like, quite late at night, and I was just, I was sprinting around. Yeah, right now, see, that's why I didn't do any content on this channel for, like, 4 months, because when Perez got sacked, my entire interest in Formula 1 was just sort of gone, because I didn't really care about any of the drivers or the team, so it's just sort of, don't really care. But now we're back, of course. I feel his story would have been different if Michael's accident never happened. I agree. I think I'm seeing a bit of rain, you know. If it keeps raining, and I stay out, I can just pit for inters, and then I'll be up. But yeah, you gotta think, Schumacher or Michael, that's, in my opinion, the greatest F1 driver of all time. And because of his accident, he was never able to really give any input on Mick. So think of the tactics and information and the strategies and the everything that he could have passed on. He never could. Mick would get Colapintos or Kimi C. I think his best chance is with Colapinto because, of course, Mick currently races for Alpine in WBC, in endurance racing. So that would be his best opportunity. He's definitely not getting a Mercedes, though. I want to see Ricciardo back in the sport. He was very talented when he left Red Bull. That finished his career. I disagree. I think when he joined McLaren... Fuck, my pedal stopped moving on their own. I think McLaren was when his career was done, because he was very good at Renault. I don't think people remember how good he was at Renault. He finished 4th in the driver standings in a midfield car. It was not only McLaren, but also his first stint with AlphaTauri at the time was very good. I remember the back into 23 was fantastic, but 24, for some reason, he was just really shit. I mean, he said himself he'd only come back if he gets an offer for a top team, which won't happen, so he probably won't come back, let's be honest. Right, but pedals keep moving on their own. Can we stop? Please. Are you ready for the Mexican Minister of Defense to return to the grid? That is the only reason I'm able to stream with you lot now. Because if he wasn't coming back at all, I would have given up this channel and F1 and just binned it off. I'm sorry to keep pausing. Like I said, there is no straight. War against the petals. Not entirely sure what that could entail. I only celebrated one podium this season, and that was Hulkenberg at Silverstone. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I celebrated, but it wasn't like we've won the world champion. A bit like when Max Verstappen won in 2021, when he won the championship. I was like so unbelievably elated. Like, you could say what you want about the actual way he won it, but I didn't give a shit. I still don't give a shit now, because at the end of the day, I hated Hamilton at that point. I wanted nothing more than Verstappen to win, and he did. So, yeah, there's that. Compared to Hulkenberg, I was so happy, but it was just sort of a, like, I was just sat in my chair like, oh, that's really cool. I wasn't like going up, you know, telling the family like I used to with Perez. It is definitely raining heavier, as evidenced by that. If this rain keeps up, it could be a good result on here. It's just about picking the lap to pit perfectly. It's definitely getting wetter though, I'm starting to skid about. Come on rain, fall harder. And Cody with a 99 cents, let's go! What's a lad? Oh, meaning you're fighting against your pedals? Oh, spelling area. Oh, forgive me. Yeah, I am fighting against my pedals, to be fair. Like, I mean, to be fair, it is just some pedals on carpet, but they keep moving. This is not really... That hasn't happened before. What do you think of Lenovo always seeing F1 collabs? I don't really know what I think of them, to be honest. They're just sort of... They just kind of make laptops, isn't it? I mean, I've had a Lenovo laptop. It was alright. I don't really know. It's a bit of a strange question. Well, not strange, but... I've never been asked what I think of a, you know, a computer brand before. Come on, rain, please fall. Let the heavens open above. I'm going to do a Carlos Sainz. He's going to do a rain dance. Everyone do a rain dance. I need it to start pissing down. Come on. Never thought I'd be hoping for rain, but you know what? Here we are. I bless the rains down in Africa. See, I don't want to pit yet because I know that if the rain keeps falling, I'm going to have to pit again. Piastri has saved me from getting overtaken by Russell there. You know what I'm going to do quick? Because this game is a bit cringe, and you can't find out the weather unless you turn the what's his name, engineer on. I'm going to turn the engineer on. There we go. Right. Weather condition!
Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
I was about to like crash out, but I thought, hang on, weather report.
Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Never mind, I am going to crash out. Why are you telling me what tyres are best? I know the softs are best right now, or the dries at least. I want to know what the weather's going to be like in 10 minutes. Are you being serious? I'm losing any sort of potential in this race because my engineer isn't telling me. Thanks, mate. It is getting heavier, though.
You should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes. Weather's changing now. You might want to review our strategy. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.1 seconds.
I'm putting Alonso Monaco 2022 right now, because I just shouldn't be ahead of these lot.
Copy that.
Right, it's time for Inters. Let's go. Perez hate is forced? Absolutely. I could not agree more.
The weather's turning. We think it's time to box now.
Was he underperforming?
Understood. Copy that.
Yes. Was he bad? Yes. Did he deserve death threats for getting diffed by Max Verstappen? No. Oh, Nelly. This is so tough. I'm losing so much time. If I just stayed out. Oh no, if I pitted last lap rather than now. Otherwise, this doesn't feel like interconditions. It feels still like dry. I'm gonna pit anyway because I've got nothing to lose, but...
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Yeah, I know, boss. Engineer quiet.
Okay, copy that.
Okay, shut him up a bit. And the boys are coming in. Why am I so bad at pit entry around this place? I can't do it. I guess you need new rubber inserts on them, or put some on if they don't have already on, so they don't slide. Usually they're smooth. Well, no, it's just today, to be fair. They're usually still. There's always going to be kind of people who can't be sportsmanlike about the whole thing. Very true. Not bad lap times for a transgender driver. Love the LGBT community. Keep up the good work. I mean... shout out, like, the LGBT community, but why do you think that? What AI? 110. I wish the engineer would change with the team, and the team had, like, a start from pit lane and drive into Parc Fermé, more real situations. I agree. Also, just, like, when there's a red flag, just make it so, like, when there's a red flag, you drive back rather than just a fade to black, you know? That'd be cool. Pretty game. Oh, cheers. Cheers. Thanks, game. Love that. You did that. They did that on purpose, didn't they? I know they did. Alright, welcome to intermediate tyres on Formula 1 race. Yippee. I miss Engineer Jeff from the old games. Me too. I miss Jeff a lot. Especially when you'd, like, plant it into the wall at 300 kph and you'd just go, right, we have a new strategy for you. Okay, it's definitely interconditions. I was wrong about that one. I'm really bad at judging mixed conditions, like when to swap tyres. Okay. Wanted to see if that was flattable, but evidently not. I only play the old game so I get to talk to Jeff. Absolutely.
Esteban is in the pits.
I don't care. Well, ahead of my teammates, so that's good.
Okay, mate, we're seeing a lot of tyre wear in the data. Please focus on looking after your tyres.
Okay. I will. Not. I mean, it's a lot because for some reason my rears just, like, melt before my very eyes for some reason. Go. Don't know how I end up saying P. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of spelling mistakes here. If you have the Steam version of F120, you can get a mod that allows you to do a career from the 90s until 2020. No, I don't. I only moved to PC like 2 weeks ago, so F125 is the only game I own. Driving in the rain is very tiring and difficult, especially when you're really slow like me. Oh shit. So I look there, I look at my chat for 2 seconds and I'm on the grass and I nearly crash. Please! How have I fallen back to P11? That doesn't make any sense to me. Ow. They just carry so much more speed through that corner. I just can't or else I spin. It's so rigged. I just realised how hard in the paint you're going in the turns there. Those tyres are gone. I mean hard in the paint. What does that mean? I'm just driving normally. The only F1 game I disliked truly was 2020. I felt the game was shit. I agree. I don't think it's like shit, but everyone says it's the best F1 game of all time. I just disagree. I thought the handling was just like really strange. But I'm only losing half a second a lap. That's better than it was before, so can't grumble too much. Oh, my eyes are going. If you can start workout min 3 times per week, if you're gonna try and demand me to do things that I'm already doing twice more of, at least say it in like correct English. Still like 9 odd laps left. I feel like I should be done by now. I don't even have points to fight for. This is just kind of pointless, to be honest. I'm just driving around, struggling, being slow.
Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go.
Shut up. Tyres are pretty bad, to be fair. Gotta bump up those Steam library numbers over the last 11 years. I have 600 games. That's a lot. I have 4. You alright, Game Zone? Welcome. Bro didn't even respond to this shit. If you're referring to the person that said do 3 workouts a week, it's just like, it's that same thing. Like, people just assume things, and they're always wrong. It's just incredible. Don't know what that was. It was a great save, but I'm not sure what that was about. I think I might have touched the grass. That was scary. The rears twice as worn as the fronts, because I feel like I'm not really having much wheel spin. That's what I don't get. In the wet, it's always my rears are dying like very quickly. I've had that problem for like 3 years, but I still have no idea how to solve it other than just driving 3 seconds slower. There's got to be a hidden strategy. If you want good games for a cheaper price, try Humble Bundle. It's a site that sells Steam keys. I don't really play games, but maybe one day I can have a look. Every game that I have played in the last sort of 3 years has been free, so yeah. Well, I defended for like 6 laps. Why are you so slow through there, boss? Car is refusing to turn. As soon as I go behind someone, it's like, no. Well done, guys. I give in. There's no point. And then that's it. It's done. Where were you point standing wise? Nowhere. I hope Las Vegas is good, because last 3 races, all of them have been absolutely horrific to drive in. I have hated Texas, Brazil, and Mexico. I have just absolutely despised. It's been absolutely miserable. Like, it was so bad that I am still considering changing it to a 16 race calendar, just so I don't have to race at these horrific tracks. It's so bad. And like, the reason is because I'm just so bad at them. It's a skill issue. That's all it is, but it just ruins the vibe, because it's just, yeah, it's just horrible. I hate it. I also just hate the wet. And for some reason, they don't let you turn the rain off. They force you to drive in the wet, which is just dumb. Because when you're like me, and you go from, you know, being the same sort of pace as Sainz, I was faster than Sainz in the dry. I get into the wet, I'm a second a lap slower. So, yeah. It's just a bit dumb, really. But oh well. There's 3 races left after this of the season, and they need to be good. Well, at least one of them has to be good to revive the season. Because, like, look, I was so much quicker than Ocon in the dry. It starts raining, he's now a second a lap quicker than me. So, why? I'm drifting. I could go into like a TikTok drifting montage, but I am very slow still. You alright, sweaty turtle Fortnite? Glad to see they still haven't fixed the AI grip levels in wet conditions. I'm not really sure if it's that. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if I'm just bad. I don't know if the AI just have enhanced grip and like tire wear and all that bollocks. I don't know what it is, but the fact is, as soon as it starts raining, I go from like top 5 quickest to bottom 5 slowest. And yeah, that's it really. The reason doesn't really matter. I would just rather not race in the wet, but they force you to. I only do 16 because my attention span can't stay focused long enough. I mean, I always did 16, even in like my YouTube video career modes and the live stream career modes, and even my own career modes when I wasn't doing any content on them. I would always do 16 because there was always sort of 7 or 8 tracks I hated driving on. But I thought because this is like, you know, a proper career mode, CHECO and CADILLAC, I thought let's try a full season. But, I never realised there are just so many tracks that I just genuinely despise driving at. But maybe I'll just, you know, do it for another season. We'll see. Maybe I'll cast like a vote for everyone watching and anyone that looks at my community posts. Also, actually, by the way, since I think we have a few people here, on my community tab, on my YouTube channel, I have a vote going on for a My Team series that I'm going to do, like, live. And I need people to vote on it. You've got, like, today and tomorrow. So if anyone, you know, can be bothered, go have a little look-see. I'm losing, I think I'm only really losing time in Sector 1, which has like 3 corners in it, so that is quite confusing. I just want to stay ahead of Ocon, that's all I want to do. Because at least I keep the race record against him going up, do you know what I mean? That would be ideal. They need to bring back the classic cars, licensing be damned. That would be fun. Honestly, I think one of the reasons they might have not brought it back or got rid of it in the first place is because no one really used it. But I get, like, it's a very cool feature, but you'll probably do a couple races and then that's it. You'll just never use them again. I don't know. We are talking about one of the laziest game developers in the world right now. They're also owned by the laziest publishing company. So, what do you expect? Does it ever not rain in Brazil? That's a good point. It usually does. Known issue, they have no grip reduction from dry to wet because EA is lazy. They definitely have some form of reduction, I just don't think it's enough. Yo, Big Mac, I'm back? Bro, I haven't had a Big Mac in ages. You got me thinking now. I forgot what my last takeaway was. I think it was about 6 months ago. I don't miss them as nearly as much as I thought I would. You think for a fat bastard I'd be like, oh no, I need to be Chinese, but not really. They just cost so much, to be fair. Alright, come on, 2 laps left. I want to stay ahead of Ocon, that's all I want to do. I only played the F1 games for the classic cars, fair. There definitely are, but don't get me wrong, there's people that play them. It's just, compared to like what it might cost to get them in, is it worth it? I don't know. Lie? Fuck me, are you this boring in real life as well? Like, do you go up to tall people and, like, call them beanstalk or something? Like, are you that boring? Fuck me. I believe in the dream to stay ahead of Ocon. Go. Oh, he's coming. Stay away from me. Okay, I think I just need to survive the next straight, and I should have him. Not a bad exit. Come on, car. Go on. He's going round the inside. I braked later than him. Cut him off. Shut the door. There it is. Bang. I've survived. Lando Norris won the Grand Prix. Fair play. He didn't bottle it like in the sprint race and in real life, of course. Now I've just got to try. Save my ERS like I've done every lap. Dump it down the main straight, and I should have a P13. Wow! It's like I was saying though, P13 is where our car is, and I'm still ahead of our teammate, so... Why is he so slow? I thought he'd be right up my arse. He's over a second behind now. Odd. I might actually run out of fuel before the end. Although that shouldn't really matter. We come across the line in P13.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
I'm a PS5 player. Hey, I was a PS5 player 14 days ago. I was near the top of the Monza time trial chart in F1 2018 with the 2004 on a controller. Lap of the gods in the 118s. Yeah, I've had that as well. I've had one GOAT lap, which was last year at Silverstone. I forgot where I was. I know I was top 1%, but I was
potentially something special.
5 tenths of Thomas Ronhart,
It's a long way to
who
go.
obviously is a professional. So, yeah. I know that's a lot of time, but in terms of gap between me and an esports driver, yeah, that was where one GOAT lap at Silverstone. Haven't got anywhere close to it since.
Cool down room to celebrate things on the podium. And Lando Norris holds the trophy
Right, Lindsay.
aloft.
An outdoor Norway and Dion. And Davin Chromebreaker. $10. Let's go. Thank you. Absolute legend. Thank you very much. That's very appreciated.
I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend.
It's a shame
of
that
Formula
race
1.
was so
Be
bad,
sure to
'cause,
join us for the next one.
You know, that donation should be worthy of a good race, and it just wasn't, unfortunately. But we move, I guess. P10 in the sprint, P13 in the Grand Prix. I mean, look at the fastest lap times. In dry conditions, I was 1 second quicker on the fastest lap. Insane. The fact Max had a theoretical chance to win the title gives me a 2% hope, 98% cope. That I couldn't have worded it better than myself. I would love Verstappen to win the title for many reasons. One, he's my favourite of the three that are in contention. Two, it'd be really funny. And three, it'd be absolutely incredible. Probably one of the best title wins in history. But yeah, thank you, Davin. That is huge. I hope Vegas is good. I get extra luck because of the donation. So with Lando winning, that might put him... I don't know. The points gap is going to be quite big. Let's see it. Whoa! I did not think it was that big. Lando Norris leads the championship by 42 points. Wowzers, that is a lot. So... he only needs to score 4 more points more than everyone else. If he scores 4 more points than Leclerc next race, he is world champion. I think. No, I've made that up. It's not 45. No, Forgive me, it's 8 points. If Lando scores 8 more points than Leclerc next race at Vegas, he is world champion. That is incredible. Lando's point gain over me recently has been insane. The gap between me and Lando before Texas was 58. It's been Texas, Mexico, Brazil. It's now 116. He's almost doubled his point gap. He's more than doubled his point gap over me, nearly. Wow. That's incredible. Constructors as well. We're still 5th. We're still with a chance of catching Mercedes, but every race it gets less and less. Mercedes' car keeps getting better, and our car keeps getting worse. I'm Mary, player of the games. Speedrunner of some, good at none. Fair enough. I'm good at a few, I don't speedrun any, and I play a lot of games. 1, I hate Oscar. 2, I hate Oscar. 3, I bloody hate Oscar. That's a bit far, to be honest. I mean, if you think that's great, but I quite like Oscar. I like every driver, like I keep saying. I just prefer... I prefer Lando because he's British. I prefer Verstappen because I just sort of do. There ain't really a reason. Now, the R&D, we continue to fall back. Of course, we are looking to adapt our bits for next season. So we're focusing on next season, so that's why our car's bad, but it's still tough to see. Now, we are going to put the new power unit in. Well, it's not new, it's slightly used. For Las Vegas, of course, straight line speed is a massive factor, so let's get that going. And then we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Alright. Think we're ready? Let's go. No upgrades? No. He's so vanilla. He is, but I don't really call that a bad thing. Oscar is like pistachio ice cream. I'm not too sure about these analogies. I would just say he's very, like, stoic, which I don't mind. He's kind of like Verstappen in a way that he just sort of says it how it is. He just sort of goes like, oh... If someone asks him, like, what happened at Baku, he'll just go, I made a mistake. And that's it. Bosh. Alright, welcome to Las Vegas. I have no idea how this race is going to go. A bit like Brazil, to be fair. Actually, a bit like every race remaining.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts of the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
I don't get that analogy. Oh, I do, actually. Forgive me. Bit slow. Yeah, I know, like, F1, especially like Drive to Survive and things, it has become a bit about, like, the personalities of drivers and things. But, yeah. I wish you the best, but the live stream before this was dancing Filipino girls. I'm going back. That's understandable, mate. Have a good time. But yeah, I feel like, obviously, there's nothing wrong with it, but a lot of people, especially on F1 Twitter, they care so much about the personality of drivers. I don't really. I just care if they're fast or not. You alright, Lorenzo? What happened? I spun. Pretty much, yeah. But as I was saying, like Brazil, I have no idea what to expect from this weekend. I have no... Oh, bollocks. I have no idea how fast I'll be. I have no idea what position we're going to be fighting for, but I hope it's better than Brazil, because I want to score some points. And Davin with another 5! Yo! That is massive. Thank you again. Legend of the game. Their performance is the most important thing? Absolutely. I mean, Ricciardo was probably the most likeable person in F1 history, and he still got dumped out because he wasn't good enough, you know? But yeah, if you want to, obviously people are going to like drivers and dislike drivers based on personality, that's fine. Of course. was pretty fast. What was that? 360? That is ridiculous. Sound like Remus looping then. No, I missed the last gate. Oh. The Iceman was a legend. Only man to tell the reporter he was busy taking a shit. He did do that. But I think I said it yesterday or the day before. It's a bit of a shame, really, that people only remember Kimmy because of his radio moments and his just ice-cold, just sort of personality. No one really remembers him for being, like, one of the best drivers to race in F1, especially in the early 2000s. Which, again, that's fine, but a lot of people don't appreciate how good of a driver he was. They just think he was funny because he was, like, well, cold. Why are you holding Max hostage? I'm not, to be honest. He can leave whenever he wants. He just doesn't. I've said to him many times, mate, the door's open. Just, like, leave. And he just doesn't. He just stays there. I remember Kimmy for his 2005 season. That is basically what I'm referring to, yeah. Just that season. Ridiculous. Suzuka 2005. Wasn't it Monaco 2005 as well, as when he out-qualified Alonso by like half a second or something? Just dumb. He definitely should have picked up at least one title with McLaren. There's a lot of mechanical failures, or just like car DNFs not ready to do with him from what I remember. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. How often do you eat fish and chips? Never. It's been a few years since I've had fish and chips. I think the last time I had fish and chips was when I was 15 and I was on holiday in Norfolk. I don't really eat fish and chips. I might eat, like, fish, like, not cod, but, like, salmon and bassa and, like, I can't think of the name. What's the name? But, like, with rice and sushi and things, so I don't really eat proper cod and chips. What do you think about BeamNG Drive? I've heard of it. I have never played it before. Is that Roblox? Can't say it is, no. I don't think so. Yeah. Never played BeamNG. Don't really know that much about it, I just see cars drive on it. Trout. No, I don't think it was trout. I have caught trout. I haven't eaten a trout. How do I not think of the name? It's like the most common, like, fish you eat. It's very oily. Mackerel, that's the one. I like a bit of mackerel. Are you running full traction control? No, I'm running no traction control. Take a look. There's my assists. Too bad the Mercedes V10 would randomly decide to commit, die, or leave the chat. Yeah, that's what I meant. His son is burning up the car world. I saw that. I forgot his name, but he has been cooking in karting. Although a lot of F1 drivers say that, don't they? They say they don't want their kids to go in motorsport. I know Jensen Button said that about his kid, but when you're, like, both of them are F1 world champions, you can't just say to your kid, no, you can't go into racing. Of course you gotta. It's in their blood. I mean, if Max Verstappen's daughter gets into F1, or even starts racing, she's got the most insane genetics ever. Her dad's a 4-time world champion. Her mum's the daughter of a 3-time world champion. Her grandfather's, we got one grandfather's a 3-time world champion. The other was just an F1 driver. Her grandmother was like a world karting champion. Like, it's ridiculous how you can have that much racing in one family. I'm gay? Okay, thanks for telling me. That's perfectly fine. Kimi isn't as cold as the media portrays him. He's an extremely likable guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people have been saying, like, in, like, private conversations, he's a bit more talkative. He just doesn't like the media, which is fair. I don't like the media. I still play Micropose Jeff. I don't even fathom what you've just said. Is that a game? I mean, I know the Atari, of course. My bad, it looked like you was going full back on the power when the car was still rotating. Well, to be fair, some corners you can. There is a lot of grip on these cars, and, well, to be fair, the traction control is kind of the same since 2023, but 2022, I couldn't drive with traction control off. It was just way too punishing. I mean, like there, you can do full throttle, yeah. This Aston's not going to move, is he? It's just going to completely block me and ruin my lap. Cheers, mate. Very cool. Probably Stroll, isn't it? There is a livery change on the Aston, I've noticed. You see at the top of their engine colour, there's a bit of white on it. I don't remember that. I keep hitting walls, I don't like it. The only media I consume is Crofty. Crofty is gold. Don't know about gold, he's alright, but I wouldn't go that far. I just feel like all the Sky pundits, you know, Croft, Brundle, Chandok, I just think they just spout so much bollocks. They either get things wrong, say things that we already know, or just say things that don't mean anything. Don't get me wrong, Croft has had some like gold moments. Through goes Hamilton, here comes Sebastian Vettel, Leclerc's win at Monza, but unfortunately as well, it's either I listen to him or like nothing. He's not bad, don't get me wrong, I just hate how they all just don't shut up. Like, I'd rather just hear the cars every now and again, they just don't stop talking. A bit like me, to be honest. Maybe they've rubbed off on me a little bit, like they just don't shut up, so I don't shut up. Maybe you lot just want to see the car and like listen to the car rather than me. Never thought about that. F1 game on the Atari? Oh, Jeff Crammond's game is the forerunner to all F1 games now, including what you're playing. Okay, I get it now. I mean, Kimi burnt up the rally world for fun and ran NASCAR for a little bit and then came back to F1 and then burned F1. He did. He done everything. Too many street tracks in F1 now for my liking. I don't know. See, I think Las Vegas is fantastic in real life. I think Singapore's alright. I think the street tracks are fine. Apart from Miami. That's the only shit one. But I do kind of agree, though. There is a bit too many. James Allen was great. Oh yeah, if you got it back, then yeah, James Allen obviously, why can't I think of his name? That's really bad from me. I grew up near Murray Walker, but I can't believe I couldn't think of his name. And the start of James Allen. I don't watch F1 until 2021, so I know I watched a couple 2012 races because I have this distinct memory of Kimi and his Lotus, but I couldn't. Who was around in 2012? I don't remember. James Allen's half a second still gives me goosebumps. I think I said that earlier. Kimi's, when he went half a second quicker than Alonso. Which was ridiculous, because I'm pretty sure he was in the Renault, and then the Renault and McLaren were closed, or something like that. I also can't believe how long Ted Kravitz has been around. I hate him so much. Well, not as a person, just the way he commentates and, like, pundits. I was watching a race from 2009. It was the 2009 Monaco Grand Prix. Because you know, Jenson Button's, like, my second favourite driver, so I wanted to watch his season. And I heard, I think it might have been James Allen or whoever it was, the commentator just went, "Oh, now Ted in the pit lane." And I was like, what? Bro's been around for like 20 years doing the same thing, and he's still really bad at it. Perfect driving line? Well, to be fair, I am following a guide, so you'd hope it would be. Murray Walker retired in 2001, James Allen started in 2002. I was born in 99. Wow, we got an uncle in here. To be fair, that's only 6 years away from me, so it's not that big of an age gap. Ted's been around since 2005 or 6, he has. I don't know how you can do the same exact job for 20 years and still be so bad at it. It's incredible. Although, of course, it's my opinion. Others think he's great, some think he's meh, I think he's shit. That is how the world works. Kravitz was good pre-2014. James Allen in the pits was immense. Calculated fuel loads instantly. James Allen done pit stuff? Wish I could hear that nowadays. All you hear now is, "Oh yeah, the Mercedes pit crew are out, oh no, they've gone back in." And that's about it. Although I'm criticising them lot, I've never done it myself. Maybe I should do it myself and then I can compare. Go compare! Paul Walker is the best F1 driver. We're thinking about the same Paul Walker, I ain't so sure. I miss seeing Niki Lauda around the paddock. I never got to see him around the paddock. I was too late, unfortunately. He seemed like a great guy.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Shut up. Alright. Finally finished practice. Time for quali. Let's go. Well, how's my lap time looking? I hope that's a good sign. Yeah, if you think about it, I'm actually I'm a very new-gen F1 fan. I started watching at the same time as pretty much most people nowadays. It's just, most people started watching, I believe, because of Drive to Survive. I haven't even seen Drive to Survive. I watched the first season, but none of the other, like, 5, or however many there are. I would also say I believe my F1 knowledge is worthy to be, like, a proper Formula 1 fan. That 2021 year was crazy, though, because I remember I only started watching F1 because it was just randomly on the television. Like, I was just bored on a March morning, and I saw that practice was on, and I thought, oh, I might as well just stick it on, there's nothing else to watch. And somehow that just spiraled into me watching the race, and then after watching the race, from that point on, for that year, I watched every single possible video related to Formula 1, and then I bought F1 TV and watched every single Grand Prix ever. So, that's how I picked up on my knowledge. Drive to Survive is utter ass. I agree. It's just your usual, like, American Hollywood overhype, over-dramatize every single thing, like, making out of these rivalries and, like, pretending that these people hate each other, and, yeah. I feel like people watched Drive to Survive and then watched actual F1 and realised it's so different and probably stopped watching because they realised it was a lot more boring than what Drive to Survive made it out to be. I have his autograph framed in my sim room along with Kimi and Michael and Jensen. I've got a Kimi Raikkonen thing. I think you can see it on my camera. That second helmet was hand-signed by Kimi Raikkonen in 2009, which is quite cool. Do I have mechanical faults turned on? I don't. The main reason I have them turned off is because I don't want to prepare a whole race, do practice, do quali, go into the race, and I have to just end 10 minutes in. And also, it means that, say if it happens twice in a row, my stream will only be about 10 minutes long. I do wish you could turn the AI mechanical faults off, though, because that can spoil a championship. Of course, I'm immune to, like, failures, but the AI aren't. So I can sort of, like, not rig a championship, but, like, it can, like, change the outcome of a championship. So I do wish you could turn off the AI's mechanical faults, but unfortunately you just sort of can't. Go on! Oh shit, that's a nasty one. Have you seen the F1 movie? I haven't, no. I was too lazy to go and watch it in the cinemas, and I'm pretty sure it's no longer in cinemas, at least at my local one, so I have to wait for it to come out digitally. But even then, I'm not really bothered by it, to be honest. I've heard good things, but it's just the whole story. It reminds me of Breaking Point, which was really bad, like, story-wise. The fact you've got this really old, retired driver to come back and, like, coach a rookie is just so bad and, like, unoriginal. I'll probably still watch it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sat here like, where can I find it, please? I love the sound. I do love the sound. Shout out whoever made this mod for the V10s. I really should find out. As an American, I can't defend DTS. That's quite rare. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's just, if that's your kind of thing, like, I don't really watch television at all. Like, ever. I don't really watch anything. So, having, like, the drama and all of that isn't my thing. I'd rather it be a documentary where it's, like, real. Not, like, made up, you know, like, fake.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now, the tank.
Yeah, I know the tank's empty.
Pretty much empty.
That was a pretty smelly lap, but should be enough. How old are you? I am 19, my friend. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back with his friends. Great lyric. I'd go to sleep to this engine sound. I think I could as well. Good bit of white noise. Just put it on like a television in the background and just have it blaring. Movie story was arse. Visuals were fantastic. Seeing it in the theatre with the audio design was incredible. It was probably a great watch. It's just, yeah, I'm just not like pouring the ground to go and find it or see it. I'll just wait for it to like be available on a platform that I have. Carlos Sainz P4, by the way. What a lap. Tsunoda ahead of Verstappen. Right, so I have a 1.1 second gap. I should be safe, right? Please? Yeah? Okay, yeah. Nice. The Schumacher documentary is the greatest piece of media I've ever consumed. I agree. I also think the Senna one was unbelievable. That Schumacher one, that was so good. That's why, like, with me, I prefer things that are, like, documentary and, like, real, that kind of thing. Because I know it's, like, it's not the same thing, but there was that, documentary series about Sunderland, like, football club. I really enjoyed that, because it was kind of just, like, behind-the-scenes shit. I love that. But yeah, all, like, the fake drama, making it seem way more exciting than it actually is, I'm not really into all that. But if you are, then good for you. I personally like the F1 movie, but I'll admit it was a little stale in some parts. Yeah, see, that's why I don't really watch movies and things in general. My attention span is no more than 5 minutes. I think it will only release on Apple TV because it was an Apple movie. Probably. I don't have that. Alright, time for a Q2 lap. I need to get into Q3, which I should be able to. I know I can go a little bit faster than my previous lap, so that's the target. I need these pricks to move, though. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out of the way. Get out the way. Why? Okay, well, that's me going out in Q2. Good job, lads. Great game you made, EA. Great game. The Schumacher documentary broke my heart. Yeah, it was quite sad, but it was also just great television at the same time. I need to watch it again. I haven't seen it in ages. Could this be the greatest lap recovery in history, by the way? No way I've done this. Surely not. Oh my goodness. How have I managed that? Yo, everyone else here is slow as shit. Is this F1 25 or 26? I hope it's 25, considering 26 isn't out yet. I wish the AI could get penalised for impeding. I think they do, but only with each other. But that was really bad from, I think it was Russell. I wish it was Antonelli, because that'd be funny, because he got knocked out. But yeah, I have pace. Like, serious pace. I was able to qualify top 6, despite losing half a second, maybe, in that first corner. So, there is pace. Where can you watch the Schumacher movie? Pretty sure it's just on Netflix, no? That's where I watched it. They might have took it off, though. Netflix does that a lot, didn't they? They always just take off the good things. You can have a look. I know that's where I watched it. I watched it on Netflix. I think it was a Netflix original, so it should be on there. I don't know. Along with that Senna one as well, which was also really good. Alright, 29.6 is the pole lap. I don't think I can get anywhere near that, but we'll give it a crack. As always, we'll just try it. We'll try our best. And what we get and what we end up with is what we end up with. I dedicate this lap to Stephen Bunting. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. The Senna show on Netflix is good. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, we'll talk about the same one. It was very good. Right, there's no Mercedes blocking me this time, so I can actually get a clean run through Sector 1. Oh, and it hit the wall. 29.1, jeez Louise. Well, I'm 3 tenths up on myself, I think, that kind of area. That was nice. We need a Jensen documentary. I'd be all over that. I'd watch it, like, every night. It's been a pretty good lap so far. Okay. Oh, never mind. We'll take that. Go on, top 3. That was such a mixture of emotions. I saw the poll that was a 29-1, and I got a 29-8, and I was like, oh, nowhere near. Top 3!
The qualifying complete. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Oh, come on, cheer up. I forgot your name, Alex Jakes. Cheer up. What a performance. I've got ahead of a McLaren and Verstappen. Go on me. Disney Plus have a Brawn GP documentary. I completely forgot about that. I have seen that. That is also fantastic. Basically, any like Formula 1 documentary that is actually a documentary and like real and not fake, I would love. I am so pleased with that. Obviously, Leclerc was just a bit different because that is stupid. I want to see his sectors. So 25-7. I did a 26 dead, so I was 3/10 down, 1/10 down in Sector 2, and 4/10 down in Sector 3. Yeesh. I saw a health rumour with more detail on Michael today, saying he's bedridden and is non-responsive. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get well soon, Michael. Please. Got Michael in a bad way. Amela's dog Roscoe's in a bad way. What a shit time. I despise Alex Jakes, or however you spell his god-awful name. I think you got it right. I really like Alex Jakes. I would rather him over all of the current Sky commentators any day. You're right, MNG? Alright, let's go. I think hopefully we should be able to score some good points. I clearly have pace, unlike Brazil. I've qualified in the top 3. It's just my top... Oh, that's so gut-wrenching. I was gonna do what Davin said, and I was gonna turn the tyre temperature to surface only, because they said that the AI only use surface. I thought that might help me with my tyre wear issues.
To Las Vegas,
and I haven't turned it
Formula
on.
1 has taken over the entire city.
Oh well.
And we welcome you to the commentary box overlooking the circuit. I'm Alex Jakes, and I'm joined by Anthony Davidson. Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your
frequency of Alex's voice just makes my skin
You see different drivers that, you know, some
That's interesting, because it's quite similar to mine,
to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd, and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves.
I don't really care how someone's voice sounds. It's just Croft just spouts bollocks, whereas Alex doesn't
carry you through the race.
To be fair, I don't care what anyone says about him.
Are essential
Alex Jakes,
to making
Leclerc,
things
Monaco win commentary
you do a lot of Grand Prix in a season,
is
and the
the
more
best piece of commentary I've ever heard.
The easier you are within that environment.
Maybe apart from Wayne Mardle's commentary when they had that massive leg when they were both on $9, but that's different. Different sport. Alright. Welcome. We're doing 11 laps on the mediums, followed by 14 laps on the hards. I'm going to come in 1 lap earlier, and it's time to begin the LA Grand Prix. Let's go. I want a good result to end the stream, and then obviously in preparation,
for the race ahead.
a bit of confidence going for tomorrow's season finale at Qatar and Abu Dhabi. That's what we want. We want a strong end to the season, and then go into next season even stronger.
So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the
that
teams will be
face,
hoping
that
their
scares
strategies pay off for them in today's race.
You can tell how lazy Codemasters are when they show that camera, when it's like in their face. The driver doesn't even blink or look, they just do this. Like, they literally just... It's just, yeah. You can at least make them blink. Right. Here we go. The introduction is so rinse and repeat, it's literally just the same thing every year. I don't even think they get them to redo it, I think it is just the same one. But here we go. I'm ready. Look at that reaction time! Oh, hang on, I'm off! Oh, I've got the wheel bug. Oh, that's horrendous. Wait, can I just do this? Okay, I fixed it. Nice. I don't have to restart the race. But I was curious of that wheel bug. I haven't had it for ages. Every time I start a session, you can see there, as I started, I was turning my wheel, and my wheel weren't turning properly. It's a bug that's been in the game since last year. They won't fix it, so tough. But luckily, a quick pause and unpause have fixed it, so I don't have to do any restarting the session or flashback bollocks. We can just continue. We've got technically my car is mostly red. Got a red 1, 2, 3 right now. I do the formation lap myself. I used to, but it just got way too boring. I wish they didn't get rid of the post-race interviews for career mode. I'd rather they just make it an option, because me personally, I would have just turned them off, but of course, you and many others like it on. Then again, I don't often get pole, so I do set the pace. Oh, I often set yeah. Obviously, if you set the pace, you can just drive the lap normally, whereas I'm usually not on pole. How to get a Ferrari V10? Is it a Ferrari? I'm not sure what it is. I know it's a V10. It's a mod on overtake.gg. It also comes with the last 5 F1 games engine sounds, and you get a V8 and a V12 alongside it as well. Later, Lando. You wet wipe. Through goes Perez. Oh shit. Now I'm hoping track position will be everything here, because my straight line speed seems unbelievably, unfathomably fast.
DRS enabled.
I know DRS is enabled, that's how the game works. Trying to come to steer. It's a Ferrari F2004? Is it really? The more you know. I need your DRS, please, Leclerc. No, please don't go. No, please. No, please come back. No, please. Please, 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 please. Please. Please! Please! Okay. I think I've got it. Through goes Lewis Hamilton. So dumb. The wave as you took, that was diabolical. It was, really. I'm surprised I didn't go straight in the wall. EA, where's my DRS gone? You've just took it away from me. Where is the detection zone? I don't even know. That's so cringe. Yeah, that wave was pretty bad. I used to do that in my videos, and I'd always crash, so I kept having to flashback and then cut it out in the edit. Oh, the understeer. I need to carry less speed through there. But the gap is building. We're up to nearly 3 seconds now. I think they're scrapping, which is the main reason why, but you know what, I'll take it. That's what the F stands for, fat. It's not very nice, is it? I mean, if I was actually born in 2004, that could have been quite funny, but I'm not, so. And Davin! With another... Okay, no, I need to win this race now. Surely. That's the only way I can repay this, because you're the GOAT for that. Once again, thank you ever so much. Alright, less speed. There you go. Now go on throttle. There it is! That's what I was missing. You alright, Marco? It took an embarrassing amount of time to figure out what, well, and what's it? Is it? No, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, the shut your bitch ass up. It took me way too long to realise what that meant. Way, welcome back, Asher. I think it was you. I don't know. I remember the name Asher from yesterday or the day before. Oh, yellow flag behind.
Okay, clear.
Okay. Well then. That is something. I wish I didn't drive into him because that kind of ruined it, but... Wow.
No time.
Keep your eyes on the road, distracted drivers killed. That's very true.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one.
Such a sorry case. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, he was never that bad of a driver. He's just been slated so much. He just has no, like, confidence, like, any. Let me tell you something wise. Okay. It is wise Friday, after all. Wish it was Wednesday, it could be Wise Wednesday. Come on, Norris! Do some fighting! I'm sorry, but Lance is a window licker. Someone get the jam.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that.
I mean,
target.
obviously, I don't think he should be in F1. He's not good enough, but at the same time, he isn't the worst driver I've seen in Formula 1. Especially in the wet. Speeding doesn't kill you, a sudden stop does. Is that a reference to Jeremy Clarkson? Because I know he said that once. Speed has never killed anyone. Suddenly coming to a stop, that's what gets you. That is very wise. It's also very true. What's a window licker? I have a vague idea, but I don't really know. I'm joking, I do know. So this is great because I seem to have a little bit of pace in the corners, but I also have pace down the straight. So any time they gain on me in the corners, I just pull away in the straight again. This is great. I'm not really thinking about the win just yet, but my oh my, it would be a fantastic feeling. Gotta do Sebastian Vettel, Abu Dhabi 2010. You just gotta keep knocking those laps. Come on. What tyres are you going to put on? I'm going to stop on lap 10 for the hards. The hards have always been fantastic for me, and I'm entrusting a potential race win with them today. So that's why I need to get in the pits, because that time is going to come down very quickly. Just gotta hope they fight.
We're approaching the pit
and then
window
keep it
now,
clean.
and you're going to be on hards next time.
Think fast, chuckle nuts. I know that. Think fast, chuckle nuts. Shout out Team Fortress 2. I've never played that game actually. Come on! My arse is on fire! And my stomach is rumbling like a bastard, but none of that matters because I'm currently winning a Formula 1 race. Just gotta keep it clean. The pace is there if I keep it clean. My life is fucked as a 14-year-old. I timed to beat Gran Turismo 7 on my PS2. Tips, I'm a beast at 250cc rental karting. I have never driven a car, and I've never played Gran Turismo 3. And I'm sorry to hear that your life is fucked at 14. I hope it gets better. This is Las Vegas, right? It is. One of my favourites. Actually, any street track is one of my favourites. If I was to make my favourite tracks, it would probably be Spa, which I know isn't a street track, but Spa, because it's Spa. And then probably here, Saudi Arabia, Melbourne, Singapore, Azerbaijan, Monaco would all be in that list. Diarrhea with chili sauce, best Indian food. It's not the greatest, I wouldn't say, but it's not bad. I did have the shits this morning, to be fair, from some spicy chicken. Not fun. What game is this? This is F125. Developed by Codemasters, published by EA Sports. Halo. I should have said something different. I should have said, like, Checkers. Nah, mate, this is the new Forza Horizon 6 coming out in 2026. I got an early access copy. Halo's fantastic, by the way. That's the first game I ever played. I think I was 3. Ground beef is one of the most versatile food items. I agree. I just, because I'm English and we don't do much with food, because I hate anything that isn't just bland, I just have ground beef with pasta for dinner, usually. Should I get for my birthday F125 Standard or a PSP or Gran Turismo? Oh, I don't like being the one who has to decide, but probably F125. I don't know. I've never had a PSP, so I'm not sure. Don't make me choose. Choose yourself. You drive in real life? I do not. I have never driven anything in real life, whether that be a go-kart. The only driving experience I have is a scooter. That's it. Alright, welcome to the pits. Won't deal with microtransactions, that is true, but at the same time, I've never bought a microtransaction on this game because the only thing you get is like liveries and helmets and suits, which I've never really needed. I don't play online, but even so, you get some pretty cool stuff just from like playing the game.
Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound.
This has worked out perfectly, actually. I've got a nice bit of clean air in front of me as well for my outlap. What is blood yapping about at this point? Speaking a whole new language. Come on, car, I need these tyres to warm up quick. What's Hamilton doing back here?
Okay, mate, Hamilton's ahead of you. Right, let's go. Let's try
this
and get
DRS is going to be very, very important.
Push.
I'm going to gain about half a second on my undercut, which is huge. That is true, the PSP is portable, of course. I'm not quick enough! Send it! I've done a Perez in real life!
Well there. Nice
oh my, what a move!
Keep your head down.
That was very important. Oh, what are you yapping about? What are these statements?
Tyre condition still looking good.
Do people actually play games on the go? I'm not dissing, I'm curious. Oh, absolutely. I feel like most people do. Especially if you've got a Nintendo Switch or a DS or a PSP or anything like that. I don't, but I'm sure there's millions who do. Or, of course, a laptop. Didn't even think of that. I mean, you gotta think, most people aren't like me. They don't just have a gaming setup and just play on it all day. They actually have a thing called a life. So, they might just bring something with them if they're traveling or something. You should clip that move for a short. I really should. I keep doing this thing where I have like a shorts-worthy moment, and then I just forget about it, and then I don't clip it, and then it's just sort of gone. I need to remember that move and a couple other things. I should really write them down for later, but no, I'm not that forward-thinking. Norris in the pits, 2.7 second gap to Piastri, who has now been released from Hamilton. Spend €30 on a die-cast 1 to 200 model British Airways. That is the most random question. How do you afford to game all day? Because I don't have a life. There's not much else to it. I mean, obviously I can't do it forever. There's probably like 2 more years I can, but yeah. Oh fuck. I'm not happy about this Piastri pace. I don't have a life too. Yeah, it's tough. But, you know, at least there's always time. You know. I mean, financially, well, because I live with my parents. And then there's also a thing called, well, yeah, that, really. But like I said, obviously I can't just do this forever. I either start getting paid by YouTube, which will probably not happen, and then in like 2 years' time, it'll be time to go and get a mechanics degree or something like that, because that's what I want to do, and then crack on with that, pretty much. I'm basically doing things the opposite way around, you know? Most people, they do like their school stuff in their teenage years and then maybe have a few years, a couple gap years. I'm doing the opposite. I spent my whole teenage years just playing games and then I'll go and do my school stuff later. I'm very lucky to be able to do that as well, of course. But yeah, cost of living right now is genuinely egregious. Like, it is so bad. Parents for the win? Absolutely. I'm so lucky. I'm also lucky that, like, they genuinely, like, support the fact that I want to try and do this. They can't, like, they haven't, like, forced me to really do anything. And, yeah. Of course, if it works out for some people, when they say, oh yeah, my parents always supported me, it's like, oh, that's so nice. So then you get in my position where, well, if it doesn't work out, yeah, it's tough. But you know what, it's just, whatever happens, happens. If I end up fucking homeless, then that's my own fault, you know what I mean? My plan was always try and make something of this for a few years, because it's what I wanted to do, and if it doesn't, just go get a degree in either mechanics or like engineering or something for a few years and then just go from there. One thing I've always been curious about though is that I see like F1 content creators, and as far as I'm aware, it's their full-time job, but the views they get really doesn't reflect them making a living. I hope they are, I hope they're doing well, but there are a select few people I see that look to be in their late 20s. And it seems like doing F1 content is the only thing they really do. And so I don't really know how they're making a living off that. Might be sponsors, to be fair. Bro's voice sounds like Verstappen mixed with Piastri. That is a very strange outcome, but I'll take that all day. My mum owns an Opel Astra G hatchback, silver grey, 1.7 diesel. Not bad, that.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 34.3 seconds.
Oh, what a horrible opening to this lap. Oh, no. Oh my god, Norris is having a go on pastry. Look at that. Undeniably insane pace from Nando Loris. I love your voice, you have a radio voice for sure. So many people say that. I feel like it just has to happen at this point, doesn't it? Maybe it's just destiny, you know, surely. I mean, for a few months, like a year ago, I used to hate the fact that my voice was quite high-pitched, but now I kind of like it that way. I know when I first started doing like this content stuff, like streaming and all that, I used to hate listening to my own voice, and when I was editing, I did a lot of guesswork because I just hated listening to myself. Whereas now, I don't mind it, I like it. I like my voice. You've only watching more F1 than I've ever watched before. That's impressive considering how boring F1 is. So yeah, I'm very glad about that. Oscar E. Astro. I like that. I used to do that a lot, to be fair. I used to like switch people's like first names around and like actually call them that. So that I'll be in like a random conversation with someone. Oh yeah, you know Nando Loris? Don't know him. Oh yeah, sorry, I meant Lando. I actually just did that for a while. Weird times.
Okay, mate. We want to make sure we're
your voice is fine. Don't worry, it's normal.
So let's try and charge
I understand that now. I'm just saying, a few months ago, like a year ago, I used to hate how high pitched my voice was. Yeah, I like my voice. Alright, Norris is now within DRS range of me. I think I should have straight line speed advantage though. I'm gonna have to switch the tactics up though. Before I was just sort of, you know, saying in like a rhythm. Now, I'm gonna save my overtake specifically for when they attack me, and then I can just use it and defend. Do you know who's Sim Dane? Of course I know Sim Dane. He's the one that makes all the really like, I was gonna say crappy, but that's just mean. The songs of like Vettel and all that. Is that correct? I think so. That's actually a funny topic. I might be an F1 content creator, but I have never properly watched an F1 video, as in like on the game. Like, I've never watched like your Arabas and your Team Marduks and like your Webbies and your Thoms. I've never watched any of them before. The only like F1 like content creator that I still watch is Grosjean, because he's just the best. And that isn't even the F1 game, that's just F1 in general. Imagine if someone was driving an F1 car and then nose-edged. I get that now quite a lot. So I imagine the drivers must get it. It's got to be one of the worst things ever, because obviously you can't itch it. Yeah, that would be real tough.
No need to worry about the
right, let's see about my straight line speed. Because like Lando's going to catch up to me here, but I'm going to wait for the DRS to turn on. Which is now. Let's see. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, bollocks. Oh, he's hit the wall! people just making names up now. Fernando Alfondo. What is that name? Right, I'm now getting bummed by 2 McLarens. This race is going to be unbelievably hard to win at this stage. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, shove, round him up the arse. Sorry, Lando. Sorry. Of course, the McLarens have to come and ruin everything. I thought I was going to win this race. I still can, don't get me wrong. It's just they're 2 McLarens with better tyres than me. Love the way you live and live the way you love. That sounds like an ABBA lyric. Speed! I don't have enough speed! There's not enough in it! My car is actually too slow. I didn't think this would be possible. What a load of bollocks. McLaren family therapy in 20 minutes. Yep. I'm now in a McLaren sandwich. Tastes like absolute shit. Oh, he's skidding. Lando. Are we bottling, Lando? Do I need to bottle you some milk, Lando? I love rage baiting. It's not bad. I prefer other activities, but it's alright. I hate you, Lando. Like, I actually do now. I really liked you before. Now I just hate you a lot. Actually, no. I don't hate Lando. He's just doing his job. I hate McLaren for giving him a quick car. That's who I truly hate. You should speed up every time Norris does okay turns, so the straight line speed helps. Unfortunately, I think the car difference is just too massive. Why has he not got DRS on? I mean, they've got the best car, I've got the 3rd worst car. So I'm going to use that excuse. I could be doing a little bit better right now, but overall, yeah. Honestly, I'm guaranteed a top 3, so you know what? If that's what I end up with, I'll be happy, because that is still a really good showing. Lando, I hate you, and I'm going to do nothing productive to improve the situation. Yeah, pretty much. Defending from Moscow would be nice, so let's give that a go. Yeah, if my car was like 0.2 a lap quicker, which ain't a lot, I'd win easily. That's actually the story of the whole season. I suppose you could say that about any car though. If it was a little bit better, I probably would have won the championship. Like, that's how a little amount could have changed the whole season. Oscar was sniffing your car, he was. It was obviously must have like smelled like lavenders or something. Go, 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 go. No. Come back. No. No, no, no. I'm outbraking you. I've done it. I've outbraked him. See you later, son. Thoughts on who will win the WDC by the end of the season? Lando or Oscar? I think it'll be Oscar quite easily as well.
Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it.
Take opportunities, and Oscar's quicker,
right,
so yeah.
Gap to your teammate behind, 35.6 seconds.
Your car shits roses, apparently. It does seem that way, doesn't it? Hang on, never before seen overtake down the inside of turn 3. What's going on there then, Oscar? Bloody hell. I'm costing Oscar so much time. I mean, hey, if you fail to get past me, that's your problem, not mine. When did Max fall so far behind? It's just like, in the middle of the season, their car was like 4th fastest, behind even Mercedes and Ferrari. It's only recently in the start of the season where they actually look really good. It is crazy, as soon as Red Bull have a good car, Verstappen wins, like every time. Oh, sorry, Wall. I want Lando to win so much as a Lando fan, but if Oscar wins, fair play to him. All I'm seeing at the moment is Max Verstappen fans thinking he'd still win it. Oh, I meant in-game? Oh, in-game. I have no idea. I don't even know where he is anymore. He's just gone. I think, no, but obviously the reason people are talking about Verstappen is that he now could still win. It just won't happen, unfortunately. The world doesn't work like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I could pick, I would want Lando to win. I prefer Lando. He's from the same country as me. I like him more. But at the same time, Oscar much more, I feel like he deserves it more. Because he's driven better. Apart from Baku. But I don't know. I just think Oscar will win. He's got the advantage. He's probably going to reform to getting like top 2s and winning every race, so I don't know. That's always been my take on it. I prefer Lando to win, I just think Oscar will win. Can I put you in my cheeseburger? No, that's a bit weird. That's a very strange thing to say. This game is so realistic, even here Russell manages P4. Yep, he is literally just aimbotted to P4, real life, and in game, and everywhere. Stay away, Oscar. Stay away. I've got more to give. You don't. Oh, he's going for it. Okay. 2 laps left. He could win. He just had to win like every time and he would win by 1 point. Yeah. Verstappen basically has to win every single race and McLaren has to bottle like every race as well. Who you play is Perez? I am indeed. This is a Perez. Mainly a Perez, but also a Cadillac career mode.
Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
I know I'm losing a small amount of time. It's a fucking McLaren. What'd you expect? That's like asking Sonoda to beat a McLaren. It's just not really meant to happen. I think it's long goal for Max. I agree completely. He could probably close the gap more, but actually winning, no chance. Four seconds now, yeesh. That McLaren is truly sensational, isn't it? It's crazy how McLaren are the fastest car in my career mode the whole season, and they're not even winning the title by that much. Oh, hang on. Fight! 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 No! I'm still onside. I'm going for it. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, nice one. Right, we have 1 lap left to defend from Oscar to take a sensational P2 here at Vegas. It's a fucking McLaren, what do you expect? Exactly! This is literally the equivalent
final lap.
of me in a Sauber. against a real-life McLaren. That is what this is. Like, what do you mean you're losing a small amount of time? I should be losing a large amount of time. Oscar's just a robot, so he's shit. Carlos Baku was biblical. He was fantastic. No, not today. Come on, car, you can do this! I'm gonna try something a bit cheeky. Give me all the ERS, give me all the ERS in the world. And go! Dump it, dump it, dump it! Speed! Come on! Oh, I've got plenty. Go, go, go! Dump it! Yes! I have defended from Oscar Piastri with my life. And it's going to result in a P2 finish for Checo Perez. Let's go! Woohoo! Great race, great race. Goa! Hey, look, the squirrel? Where? I don't see any. Oh, must have missed it. I think Nico Hulkenberg can still win the WDC or World Drivers' Championship. I agree. Why not?
It's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion.
Alex, I like you, mate.
Norris has done it. Lando Norris takes the checkered flag.
Why the difference in enthusiasm? Okay, right, first of all, I wouldn't call this season the most exciting and compelling in history. No, not even close. That was shit. You're the GOAT, and I shat myself. Sorry to hear that, my friend.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us.
Off,
and we'll see you for
we
the
take
next
a P2 in Las Vegas after starting third. Who? Oh yeah, I forgot. Leclerc DNF, didn't he? What a div. Right. So we take 18 points today, which is fantastic. Brazil was a bit of a stinker, but Las Vegas, what a race. Best and most exciting season has to be 2021. I couldn't agree more. It's just Alex Jakes calling this very compelling. Not really. So Lando picks up his championship with a 67-point lead over Leclerc. He only needed to beat Leclerc by 8 points. He beat him by 25. So there it is. This game actually looks fun, though. GG. It's very fun. It's just not worth paying £60 if you already own 24. But I love this game. I really do. Aren't you able to race on any track you want? Yeah. Well, only the ones in the game, of course, but yeah. 2012 exists? Oh, 2021 was way better than 2012. 2012 was only good because there were so many different race winners. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. They're both... I don't know. I'll let you lot decide that. £60 is €80. That's a lot. I bought the game for 40, and then I paid an extra 20 for the Iconic Edition, my add-on. Mexico and Baku are my favourite. I agree with one of those. Baku is in my top 5. I didn't like Mexico. I don't mind driving on Mexico. I'm a bit slow. Go again? I can't, to be honest. My arms start falling off. But that's a massive day. We have re-passed Russell for P5 in the drivers. And in the constructors, we are now 27 points behind Mercedes. How did Ocon get on? Wow, what a surprise. Did absolutely nothing. Good for him. They are both good in their own ways. Best way to say it. That is perfect way to say it. That's $100 in the USA? Yeah, it's so dumb. one more time? No. Standard price for games now? It is, yeah. I mean, I wanted to play the new FIFA. It's like 70. Go away. What are you studying? Nothing! I'm studying F125, actually. Now, if I do one more, then well, my arms will probably fall off, and there'll only be one race tomorrow. I'd rather there be 2 races tomorrow. Obviously, tomorrow is the season finale. Well, I say tomorrow, my next stream. It will probably be tomorrow, but yeah. That's 10 podium finishes you've clocked up. I have 8 podium finishes. That's more than I thought, but at the same time, that's not 10, is it? Oh, it probably includes sprints, doesn't it? I don't remember my sprint results. Did I get 2 podiums in the... I don't know. Just do 5-lap races, bruh. I could do a whole season in one stream. I want the new FIFA. Apparently it's better than 25, but they say that every year. To be fair, I'm a squad battles main. I don't think I've ever played an online game of FIFA. I only play squad battles because it's too rage-inducing. It's about $85 in Singapore. Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. So yeah, tomorrow, if I'm live tomorrow, which I should be, we have the final 2 races of the season. The opening season. Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Yas Marina, whatever one you want to refer to it as. Leaving this stream until F1 Crew says goodbye. Goodbye! Okay, no. Right, so... we're not really fighting for anything. Actually, no, we are. Right, the drivers... I want to stay in P6, or P5 rather, ahead of George Russell. That is my main target. In the constructors, we want to try and maybe catch up to Mercedes, but it's going to be nigh on impossible because Mercedes are currently 4th in the R&D. We are in 4th to bottom. Can we actually, let's adapt some more parts as well. Let's get this and get this. How many more are left? Oh, it's only these. Is it only these 2? Where's the other one? Fucking hell, we got through that quick. I thought there was loads left. Oh no, there's 2 in this. Where's the other one? Oh, there. Okay, well we should be able to do all that for next season. That'll be great. Let's get everything ready for next race, though. These engines, this could do 2 more races, right? Yeah, go on then. Actually, I could change this. 34, and then keep that. Nice. And then we'll get this. I could do that, I think. I don't know, is 169 kilometers a lot? I don't know. Receive fewer than 2 corner cutting. Yeah, definitely not doing that. I'll do that as well. Nice. Right. Thank you for tuning in today. That was a great stream. Actually, every stream has been great, to be fair. Patriots, that's a very strange comment. I'm not sure why you've said that, to be honest. Not a fan of that. So yeah, I should be back on tomorrow at 1 PM BST to tackle the final 2 races of Season 1. That is incredible, by the way. I have done 3 other career modes on stream, which is Jensen Button Driver Career, BMW My Team, and Toyota My Team. All of them were 16 race seasons, and I've never finished a season before. Here we are in the CHECO CADILLAC career, in a full season, and within like 2 weeks we're already done with the first season already. Insane. I thought you were Jewish, I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I have the most British accent you could ever get. Got me to sub, I appreciate that. Thank you, Daddy Siux YT. So, yeah, I think it's because before, I used to do one 35% race and a short quali, and that was it, that was the whole stream. And I used to do 1 stream a week. Now I'm doing 2 50% races with a full quali in one day, and I'm streaming every day. It's ridiculous. Shout out Passions, great. We need a race check pause? What you're talking about? What? I'm waffling too much. I'm gonna head off and... I don't know. Sunbathe or some shit, I don't know. Like I said, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you have a great rest of your days, and of course the weekend coming up. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. See you lot when I see you.